Namaste everyone. I am Dr. Jitendra Singh Jamadar. Would like to welcome all to the much awaited annual gathering of NAB School of Business and Technology. This is a moment of pride and joy as we come together to celebrate not just the year of growth and achievement, but also to be inspired by the presence of remarkable personality who graces our campus today. To begin with the session, I feel immensely privileged to invite our esteemed chief guest, a man whose life story is a beacon of inspiration, Shri Alphons. I kindly request Sir to come forward and occupy the chair on the dais. Thank you, sir. We are truly honored to have you here with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, before we move ahead, allow me to present a brief profile of our today's distinguished guest, Shri Alphons. It is a matter of great pride for us to welcome Sir, a man whose life story reflects the power of vision, resilience, and transformative leadership. Born in the remote village of Manimala in Kerala, which had no electricity at the time, Shri Alphons rose to become one of India's most respected civil servants and public figures. His journey from modest beginning to national prominence is a testament to the determination and service-oriented values. He joined Indian Administrative Services, that is IAS, in the year 1979 and soon became known for his bold and decisive leadership. As a district collector of Kottayam, he led a revolutionary literacy campaign that made it first 100% literate town in India, a milestone in the country of educational movement. सर ज्या काळात कोट्टायम जिल्ह्याचे जिल्हाधिकारी म्हणून काम पाहिले त्या काळात त्यांनी सुरक्षेसाठी साक्षरतेसाठी एक व्यापक मोहीम राबवली ज्यामुळे कोट्टायम भारतातील पहिला 100% साक्षर जिल्हा ठरला. Later, as a commissioner of Delhi Development Authority, he superseded the removal of over 14,000 illegal constructions, reclaiming thousands of crores of worth of public land. This fearless approach earned him a title of demolition man. दिल्ली डेव्हलपमेंट अथॉरिटीचे आयुक्त म्हणून काम करत असताना त्यांनी सरांनी 14,000हून अधिक बेकायदेशीर बांधकामे हटवून सरकारसाठी हजारो कोटी रुपयांचे भूसंपत्तीचे पुनरुज्जीवन केले. त्यांच्या धाडसी आणि स्पष्टवक्त निर्णयामुळे त्यांना डिमॉलिशन मॅन ही उपाधी प्राप्त झाली. And after 27 years in the civil service, he chose a new path, politics. He was elected as an MLA, later served as a Union Minister of State for Culture and Tourism. Under his leadership, India made a remarkable leap in global tourism, ranking moving from 65th to 34th place in a short span. राजकारणात प्रवेश केल्यानंतर केंद्र सरकारमध्ये सरांनी संस्कृती आणि पर्यटन राज्यमंत्री म्हणून नियुक्ती काम केले. त्यांच्या नेतृत्वाखाली भारताचे जागतिक पर्यटन क्रमवारीत 65 वरून डायरेक्ट 34 वर आली होती. Apart from his distinguished service, Sir also is a renowned author. His book, The Winning Formula, 52 Ways to Change Your Life and Accelerating India, 7 Years of Modi Government reflect his vision, values and deep commitment to national development. A change maker, a visionary and above all, a true servant of the nation. Shri Alphons continues to inspire generation through his words and work. We are honored to have him with us today. To express our heartfelt gratitude and respect, now I invite Professor Dipali Autian team to felicitate Shri Alphons.
मोहसिन
In India, we believe Atithi Devo Bhava. Guest is equivalent to God. Instead of presenting a bouquet, we chose to follow the age-old Indian tradition of applying tikka and performing aarti as a mark of respect and reverence. This sacred gesture symbolizes purity, goodwill, and heartfelt welcome from all of us at Nath School of Business and Technology. So before we begin, there is a small announcement. I request all the students to occupy the front chairs, and I request all the faculty members, they can occupy the chairs at the last auditorium. Please go in the front. Now I think we can start with the program. So before, without wasting much of the time, now I humbly request Sir to kindly address the gathering, share his thoughts, insights and words of encouragement with the young minds.
Good morning, everybody. So, very, very happy to be here. I thank the management, the faculty, everybody for inviting me here. So you can just relax, okay? Have a good time. Be happy. Yeah. Let's do a favor to each other. Please switch off your mobile phones. And I don't want them in your hand. Put in your bag. You have otherwise the temptation to look at it. What's your boyfriend telling you? What's your girlfriend telling you? You know, you can do all that after our interaction. Have them all, but after I finish, okay? Is that okay with you guys? Yeah. No, otherwise, it would be so tense. What's my guy trying to tell me? What's my girl trying to tell me? Unless you respond in 10 seconds, he might just run away. Oh my God. Yes. Well, so happy to be here. This is my third trip to Aurangabad in my life. As an IAS trainee, I was here in 1979, long before you guys were born. So we went to Ellora. And 2 years back, when my son and his wife and kids were here, they said they have 2 days to go to one destination in the country, and they said, you choose one, and guess what I chose? Ellora. Okay, because I think it's the greatest creation of man. So we stayed in Aurangabad because I think Ellora is the greatest creation of man ever, because I've been all over the world. I've never ever seen anything like this. Do you think what I'm saying is right? Isn't it? I think it's the greatest creation of man. Nothing like this ever be built again. No, never. Okay? Now, I have a little problem. I'm very sick. I'm not well. I had a food poisoning 2 days back. So I'm barely able to stand. My energy level is down 90%. But my whole problem is, once I've committed to doing something, I don't give up. I don't say, no, I'm not feeling well. I'm sick. Like yesterday I was speaking in, which city were we? Pune. We were in Pune yesterday. And I said, I can't stand, so they put a chair there, and I think, I said, I'll sit down and speak, but then I ended up speaking for an hour and a half, standing. So if I collapse during my speech, you can put me into a box and push me into one of those rivers, sacred rivers. That would just be fine. No, I'm serious, because I don't care. I was in Beirut just 4 days back, and as head of an Indian delegation of members of parliament. And just 6 hours after I left, Israel bombed Beirut, just pretty close to where I was staying. What's there? Anything to be scared? You won't be scared? Truly? Come on. Frankly, I don't care. Yeah, I've lived life very dangerously. For me, these are normal things to happen. So I don't frankly care. So I won't be best of myself, I can assure you, because my energy levels are absolutely down 90%. We have approximately about 2 hours, I guess, Dr. Gaju, isn't it? Yeah. So we have all the time in the world. But I wouldn't be do too much of talking. You guys ask me, and then I can respond on anything under the sun about life, love. Ask me anything. I respond to anything under the sun. Okay, and I will tell you exactly what I think. So my book. This is my latest book. I'll basically speak on this. It's called The Winning Formula, 52 Ways to Change Your Life. My entire legacy is in this book. Everything I want to say is in this book. This is my third book. My first book was, my autobiography was published by some stupid publisher when I was 42. And that stupid publisher happens to be the biggest publisher in the world, Penguin. Okay, I was just 42. And it sold a lot of copies. The Malayalam translation is the second largest selling book in Malayalam. It's in the 14th edition. So I write stupid things, I say stupid things, people publish them. All my life I've done only stupid things, and I'm done pretty well, isn't it? I'm one of the craziest guys ever in the civil service. Maybe I'm the nuttiest guy ever in the civil service. I'm a very crazy man, but people love me. I've done things. So are you ready to be crazy? Yes. Otherwise you can leave. If you are not willing to be crazy, you can just leave. Okay? If you think what you going to learn in your textbooks, classrooms, that's the Bible, and you're going to succeed, you can just walk out. I was talking to Dr. Jachula and Diva in the morning. I said, what you learn, your domain knowledge is going to take you 10% in your life. The rest 90% is just one word, attitude. Attitude. Are you ready or are you not ready? Are you willing to innovate? Are you willing to experiment? You understand? Are you willing to dream big and chase those dreams? Not the dreams which you see at night when you're sleeping. No, when you are wide awake. And are you willing to chase them? Because I've done that. So a little bit about myself from the blurb of my book at the back. Just 5 lines. KJ Alphons was an unlikely candidate for success. He grew up in a village with no electricity. Although the son of a school teacher, he scored only 42% in his school board examination. He went on to become one of the toppers of the Indian Civil Service. In fact, I topped the written examination, 79 batch. And featured in Time Magazine's list of 100 young global leaders, long before you guys were born, in 1994, becoming an MLA, MP and a union minister. The winning formula, thus is an illustration of what motivation and faith in oneself can accomplish. Along with anecdotes from his life, which are 22 in this book, he narrates 52 stories, each about a person who has achieved their extraordinary in their own life. So that's the little blurb. So if you read this book, I can assure you, it will change your life. If you're serious about it. If you want to fool around, it's fine. Nothing will happen. Give me a minute. Because I'm not well. So I can drink some water. So I come from a village. My father was a school teacher with 9 children. Can't believe that, 9 children, isn't it? Yeah, I can't believe that. I have 2 sons and I'm still wondering, what do I do with them? Yeah. How do you bring up 2 kids? But it is so, it doesn't end at that. My parents went to the orphanage, adopted 2 more children from the orphanage. Absolutely lunatic, isn't it? Yes or no? So we became 11 children. We had great fun. We lived in a 5-acre campus. I come from a middle-class family. I don't want to tell you the story that I come from a poor family, because that makes a good movie story, but I don't come from a poor family. I come from a middle-class family. We had great fun, and I studied in Malayalam medium school, even though my father was an English-speaking man. He spoke English as good as the British. He was in the British Army. Then he worked in Maharashtra, and strangely, I was conceived in Satara, and I was delivered in Kerala. So I'm going to start an agitation tomorrow from here for a quota for myself. I need a quota because I was created in Maharashtra. Yes, single man quota, just for myself. Yeah, because this is the days of quota, isn't it? Because you Marathas were doing so well, such a valiant tribe of people, you want a quota. Something beats my logic, I don't know. Everybody wants to be poor in this country. Everybody wants to be the oppressed, want to be the depressed, want to be the poor, want to be the useless. Yes or no? Come on, we need to think something bigger. Say, no, we are good. Yes or no? We should say that, yes or no? Instead of saying we are horrible, we are terrible, we are oppressed, we have no opportunities, we are pretty good. That's what we should be saying. All these reservations and all these crap. Don't quote me, my neck will be chopped off tomorrow. You'll find my head in a drainage tomorrow out there. Yeah, I know when certain communities have been oppressed for 3,000 years and haven't had the opportunity in education, in the society, yes, they need to be taken care of, isn't it? That's the whole idea of reservation. Yeah, so I grew up in a village happily, and when I went to fill up the application form for my 10th board examination, the principal said, ask your father to come. When I went with my father, who was a famous teacher, the headmaster said, this kid is the dumbest kid in the history of the school. He won't get through. He will bring bad reputation to the school, so let him repeat one more year. Imagine if you have to study with your junior girls, what will you do? Commit suicide. In India, the answer to everything is commit suicide. If your boyfriend doesn't respond within 10 minutes, suicide. Definitely, absolutely, you must. Yeah, you should. Yeah. So, I said, well, he said, no. I said, no, I can't sit with my junior girls. So we parted ways, and I did something very unethical. I went and made friends with the clerk who was dealing with the application form. I'm telling you tricks, okay? Yeah. And then I didn't pay any bribe. I made good friends with him. I smuggled in my application form, and then I wrote my exam. And when the result came, the first miracle in my life happened. I passed. You know, when you got 99% in your board examination, what did your mother tell you? Where is that 1 mark gone, isn't it? Yes or no? In my house, when I got 42%, there were massive celebrations. Massive celebrations. Yeah, my village celebrated. So that was that. But everybody said this guy's an idiot. He's good for nothing. I never gone in front of a classroom to participate in a competition. Never played a sport. I tried playing football a little while. I was a goalkeeper. Within the first 10 minutes, I got just 5 goals into my goal post. They sacked me. That was the last time I played in school. So I was a useless kid. I was called an idiot. So I sat by the river, and I knew fishing because the river flew through my land. I was sitting with a fishing rod, and I thought I would toss off. Suddenly, a fish bit my bait, and then my fishing rod was gone. My only connection to the world was gone. Finished. I said, "Man, there, I'm done. What do I do?" Then I asked myself a question: why am I born? Why am I created? Am I an idiot? Am I useless? How many of you asked yourself this question? Why am I born? Just raise your hand properly. Wow, that's a great number. Great. I thought, and the answer came to myself. I said, it's not my parents, it's not my teachers, it's not my friends, it's not my neighborhood who will decide whether I'm intelligent, whether I'm talented. I said, I decide. I decide whether I'm intelligent. I said, I'm intelligent. I said, I'm talented. I've decided. Don't let your friends, your family, your parents, your boyfriend, your girlfriend decide how intelligent, how talented you are. Okay? You decide what you are. You decide. I went to college. I couldn't write one sentence in the English language properly. Oxford Dictionary became my best friend. I studied 25 pages a day. 25 pages a day. How do you learn words? Simple. Learn the meaning, take paper, make sentences with the words. Isn't it? Simple, that's how you learn. Otherwise, learning words don't mean anything. Books became my best friends. When others were sleeping and forever messaging selfies to your boyfriends and girlfriends and the rest of the world, waiting for responses, how many likes you get. And if your friend gets 100 likes and you get only 50 likes, you want to commit suicide. I'm useless. Why do you put yourself in the market? Are you a marketable commodity? A piece of shampoo or a dress to be marketed, to be liked? Why do you do this to yourself? Why do you take selfies? I was the ugliest IAS probation in the IAS Academy. But I was president of the IAS Academy. Wherever I went, I was a leader. Wherever. With my looks. I had long hair, curly hair. I was the ugliest looking guy. But I was the president. Why do you need selfies to be put on in the market, to be liked, to be disliked by somebody? Who the hell are you? Somebody else will decide who you are. Is it yes or no? Yes. Be yourself, be comfortable with whatever you are, be confident. So I learned some English. Then I decided I want to be a debater. I spoke to the wall for 6 months. What would happen in your house if you speak to the wall? Your mom will call the mental hospital and say, there's a serious problem with my daughter. She's speaking to the wall. And then be taken out. And fortunately I was in the hostel, I had a room to myself. And after 6 months I came to speak on the stage to take part in the first debate competition. And I was so good that immediately 2,000 students, they started howling because I was so good. Then they started throwing paper at me, I didn't stop. Then they started throwing books at me, I didn't stop. Some skin and thick skin. Then they started throwing shoes at me. So by the time I finished my speech, there were 250 shoes on the stage. If I was a Marwari, I would have started a shoe store. But I didn't. Sorry, no offense to Marwaris. Marwaris are fantastic businessmen. Most of the wealth of this country is created by Marwaris because they are very enterprising people. Yeah, so I feel the respect for that. They create great wealth from nothing because they are very enterprising. So, what would you have done? The sight of the first shoes you would run for your life, isn't it? Yes or no? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, because we are all human beings. That's why I said I have very thick skin. I don't. So, when back to my room, I said, Kya hua? Well, I got shoes. And I asked my friends, look here, I want to be a debater, will you help me? He said, no, shoes, we have nothing to do with you. So then I practiced for a long time, all by myself. I think after about another 6 months, I went to take part in another debate. And of course, miracle happened again. No shoes thrown at me. That was a miracle. For a long time, I got no prizes. Then I got small, tiny little prize. Became bigger and bigger and bigger. You know what happened eventually? I became the best national debater for 3 years. Best. Point is, so everybody said you are a great debater, you are the greatest debater in the country. But look at the shoes. So when you say, I have no talent, when you tell yourself, oh no, I'm not meant to be a debater, I don't have the talent. Is it true? No, it's not. You have to know. God is created every one of us with a huge bundle of talents and abilities. When I went to college, I began to be a topper in everything. I won every prize in college. Be it in dramatics, I became a basketballer, I became the captain of the university team. I got a prize in every damn thing under the sun. Just the will to do it. Finish. I said, I'm good. I want to be good. Initially it was a challenge with other people. I had to be first, conquer over somebody else. But then it became a challenge to myself. I was not trying to win over somebody else. I was trying to win over myself. I said, no, I have to prove to myself that I'm good at it. And I became good in studies. I did a fantastic thing. And I began to think for myself, even during those days, I said, I don't want to be believing in what somebody else says. I started questioning everything. So most of the time in class, I would be asking the teacher questions. And some of them got so fed up, with me. It's like in Parliament. Many times the Rajya Sabha chairman, Venkaiah Naidu, would ask me, Alphons, can you keep your hand down for once? Because in the question hour, to get a supplementary question, you really have to raise your hand and force yourself. Most guys don't ask. So I told the chairman, every day my hand was up. He said, can you put your hand down once? I said, yes, give me a supplementary, my hand will be down. Yeah, and he would say, okay, take it. He was such a troublesome person. Take it. So you got to fight for your things, yes or no? Yes. You got to fight for it. Grab opportunities, grab time, and then, do all that stuff. So then I decided when I did my post-graduation in economics, I'm an economist. I said, I want to get into a job which is powerful. And I seen district collectors getting the salute, doing things. I said, IAS is the most powerful job in the world, frankly speaking, not only in India, in the whole world. It is loaded with power. And for me, power doesn't mean the salute from the cops. No. For me, power means the ability to bring happiness on the face of people. I said, I want to bring a smile on the face of people. And this job gives me the power to do that. And so I decided to write the IAS examination. I had only 9 months of study. And I come from the old system. There's only one main written examination, no prelims. I'm from the last of the old batch. The new system, you have preliminary examination, then you have the main exam. I come from the old system, there was one main examination. But it was much more difficult. We had to do 3 optionals and 2 higher options. Now you have to do only one option, and that can be your mother tongue as well. So things have become so much easier. So even though I was a student of economics, I didn't take economics for my IAS because it was not a scoring subject. I took history, sociology, philosophy, subjects which I never studied before. I had only 9 months, but I wrote something in my diary. I'm not somebody who says I will try. No, there's nothing like that to me. When I decide to do something, I say I will do it. Not I will try. If you say I will try, you will never succeed. No, you won't. I said I will do it. You know what I wrote in my diary? Just 9 months ago for the exams. I said, I will be a topper. I wrote. Very presumptuous for a guy who scored only 42% in the board exams. I said, I'll be a topper. How did I do it? There's a chapter in my book. Each chapter is only 4 pages, okay? So it's very simple, short. This is not one word which 8-year-old will not understand. It's such simple language. How did I do it? I think it's a pretty good lesson you guys can listen to. I had 9 months of study. I divided my time into 2 phases. Phase 1, excuse me, I'm getting distracted. Just listen to me carefully, okay? Yeah. If you get distracted, I know. Even if there are 5,000 students out there, one kid getting distracted, I know. And I get distracted. So don't get distracted. Okay? Is that okay? So I divided my time into 2 phases. Phase 1, 6 months of study. Phase 2, 3 months of revision. Before I touch a single page of my book, I put my entire syllabus into that 6 months. And that syllabus, you know how I make my timetable? When do I wake up? How many minutes to brush my teeth? How many minutes for a shower? How many minutes to read my newspaper? How many minutes for my breakfast? Everything is in my timetable. I'm very brutal on myself. Because I'm very brutal in my job. No compromises. If I say it's 9 o'clock, it's not 1 minute past 9 o'clock. It is 9 o'clock. I've been in public service for 47 years. I never ever been late by 1 minute anywhere. Not as an IAS officer, not as an MLA, not as an MP, not as a union minister. No. To me, I don't compromise on what I decide. So it's there. And I study only for 8 hours. You know, there are some of you put in 12 hours, 15 hours, you study like a donkey, you end up being a donkey. Yeah, no point. Study 8 hours. My brain can't take more than that. But when I studied, thank God there was no mobile phones those days. It was not fashionable to have girlfriends and boyfriends those days. Thank God we survived. Okay. Yeah, many of you won't survive. Your love affairs, that's a different thing. Yeah. So we were very fortunate, no television. So timetable was say 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock. I don't study any subject more than 2 hours because your brain won't have the capacity to take the same thing for more than X number of hours. I would say sociology 9 to 11 o'clock. It doesn't stop at that. I would say chapter 1 to 3. Next 10 minutes break. And I would say 11:15 to 1:15. Let's say history chapters 9 to 12. So it's very clear. It's not really that I'm going to study sociology, X hours from this hour to this hour. What subject I was going to study is clear. Which chapters I'm going to study is very clear. Now next step. I've seen the notes of most of you, most students. If your text is 10 pages, your note is 20 pages. Then why is it called a note? What's the meaning of a note? My note would be just one sheet. It would all be numbered. Point number 1, point number 2. It will just be one phrase. It won't be flowery sentences because that one phrase should make you recollect that entire idea, isn't it? That is the whole idea. So just one page would be my note. After I finish my chapter, I would close my eye, I would recollect, read this note, memorize it, then close my eyes, try to recollect 1, 2, 3 in the exact order. I'm sure I'll miss some point. Open my eyes again, read again, close my eyes again, recollect. This is how I study. Revision, again 3 months. Again I make my timetable. The number of chapters to be covered in 2 hours will be, instead of 3 chapters, maybe 6 chapters, 7 chapters, because you have less time. Now, this time my note would be half that size. On a library catalog card, just one side. Again numbered, 1 to 10. Again the same system. When I answer the question in the examination hall, I will write exactly in the same order. So there is no question of me missing point number 7 or point number 8 because I follow the same order. Systematic. When the results came, funny, I topped all the 3 subjects. How's that? No applause for that. The point is, what I did, anybody can do it. While I'm writing the book, just to tell you that whatever I did, anybody can do better. But you must want to do it. Just not casually wanting to do it. You must desperately want to do it. You understand me? You must desperately want to do it. I want to do it. And that's the same passion with me for everything I do. Whatever I do, I want it desperately. It's just supposed to, I'll do it, I'll see, it's okay. No, there's nothing okay. Yeah. No, even when I was studying for the IAS, study for 8 hours, I would still meet my friends, I would still listen to music, I would still go to a movie, I would still go to a disco, which even now I do, alright? Do you think I'm a boring guy? No, I have great fun. Yes. If I tell you all the things I do, you'll fall dead. So I'm not going to tell you. Alright? So I have fun, I do everything in the world, but I'm systematic, I'm organized. I read books every day. Before I go to bed, I listen to music. I listen to Beatles, it's my favorite group. I listen to Pink Floyd. And then I sit down and think for 10 minutes. I don't know whether I call it meditation because I don't know whether I'm a religious guy at all. I'm not even very sure. Okay. I'm not the least religious. I'm not. So I sit down and think. You can call it meditation or whatever you want to, and I keep thinking, how was my day? Did I help people? Did I bring a smile on the face of people? If I did not behave the best way I could to anybody, would I have done better? That's my thinking. You can call it meditation, introspection, whatever you might call it. However late I am, even if it's at 2 o'clock in the morning I come back, I still listen to music, I still think. Then I go to bed. And every morning I'm 71. Today I'm not in the pink of health because I'm not well. I jog every day 5 kilometers. How many of you jog? Raise your hands. Yeah, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. How many of you do any form of exercise? I'm not talking about eating, okay? Yeah. Yeah. We eat butter chicken and yeah. You make rotis and put 2 layers of butter over that and eat and eat and eat and do nothing with yourself. You're doing such an injustice to yourself, yes or no? I mean, it's a crime. You have a body which needs to be protected, to be preserved, to be active, to be doing things. I can do work 20 hours a day. When I was minister, I was sleeping 3 hours a day. Still, after the 20 hours, I could still do another 20 hours because I make sure my body is perfect, is fit enough. You guys don't do it. You don't respect your body. It's a great disrespect to your creator. Like, given your body, you don't deserve it. That's why we are basically a sick nation. We are. India is a sick nation. You will fall by the time you are 30, you are sick. Yeah, and you behave like you are 75. Yeah, I have a problem. I'm 71. I simply behave like a 30-year-old. That's a different thing. Yeah. Yeah, because I don't know how to use my energy still at the end of the day. So, my dear kids, tomorrow, get into your tracksuit. Get into your tracksuit. Start jogging. It's the best exercise. And I don't jog with anybody else because that's my thinking time. I get the craziest ideas in the world. You know why I succeed? Because I get the craziest ideas in the world. I don't throw them away thinking they are crazy. When I jog all alone, I give roots to these ideas. How do I give roots to these ideas? That's how I do crazy things with my life. Okay? So, will you guys do this from tomorrow? Yes. Exercise?
Yes, sir.
Eat whatever you want. I'm telling you, don't do these intermittent, what is it called, intermittent?
Fasting.
People tell you, yeah, thank you. Don't do these crazy things. You don't have to do any of these crazy things. Eat whatever you want. Okay? Yes. But just exercise and you can do anything you want. And don't listen to music, man. It takes away your entire, it lifts you to another kind of a hemisphere. Listen to music. Dance to yourself at the end of the day. Alright? Not to show off to somebody else. Just look at the mirror and dance to yourself. Be happy, alright? And it also sheds calories. It's good for you. Dance is one of the best exercises. Alright? So do these things. Be happy, children. Don't be these boring guys, all the time pumped up, importance, learning atomic theory and all your distinguished professors teach you all that management theories. I'm full with all that. I was having breakfast with them, We had a nice chat. At the end of the day, as I said, in the morning only, it takes you 10% your theory is what you done in college. 90% is attitude. What you guys decide to do with your life, that I want to create a meaningful life. So once I got into IAS Academy, for most people, getting into the IAS Academy is the ultimate dream. And they think they are gods, people. They get arrogant. My tribe is incredibly arrogant. The IAS, the IPS, all this stuff. Because we think we are gods, people, chosen people. Isn't it? Yeah, don't meet them, huh? Yeah. Don't even ever think of getting married to one of these guys. They are extremely arrogant. Okay. Yeah, so I said, sorry, no, this was not my goal getting into IAS Academy. This is my beginning. So that is my end talk. You must have seen the movie 12th Fail? Yes. Yeah, so my story doesn't end. My story begins there. Yeah. So my story is 10 times more exciting. Even getting into IAS is 10 times more exciting. My story begins there. I said, I'm here to bring happiness on the face of people. And I said, I'm going to follow no rule. I'll create my own rules. I'm a human being. I'm here to help people. When people come to me, I'm not going to say, clause number 69, rule number 68, sub clause number 2, bracket 1 or the bracket 11 rule. I can't do this for you. Sorry, no. I said, I'm here to deliver things to people. I'm not going to quote rules. I'll break rules. Not for the rich. I'll break rules for the poor, for the downtrodden. Yes, I will do the work of the rich also. They also need, they are human beings, they have their rights, yes or no? But I said I'll break rules for the poor. I've always done that. Nobody can catch me. Because I don't do anything for myself. I just do it for the people. So I become sub-collector. I'm in Munnar. Anybody been to Munnar? The famous tourism destination? Oh yeah. That was my first job. Okay. I'm sub-collector there for about 7-8 months, and then the famous chief minister of Tamil Nadu is this demigod, MGR. Must have heard about him. I mean, he was like a god. So he wants to come and take over one of the temples in Tamil Nadu, in Tekadi on the Tamil Nadu Kerala border. He says the temple belongs to him because the goddess Kannagi is a Tamil god, so the temple should belong to him. I said, sorry, it's in my territory, you can't come and take over. If you want to come and worship, you are most welcome. He said, no, I'm going to come and take over. They built a helipad on the other side. I said, sorry, you can't do that. If you come over to take over my temple, I will arrest you. Imagine a 27-year-old guy telling the chief minister of Tamil Nadu, he will arrest him. Huge media coverage, 1 month. MGR coming to take over. I declare 144 of the CRPC. I'm here with 2,000 cops camping there. Helipad on the other side, Tamilians on the other side. We are waiting for the helicopter to land. Last moment, MGR backs out. That day, that day I decided you can do anything you want. Nobody is a god. If you have a backbone, which is the most important equipment on your body? What is the most important equipment on your body? Backbone, because I said it. Otherwise you would have said brain, heart. Yeah, you would have a heart problem, I know. Yeah. So, heart, brain. No, the most important equipment in your body is your backbone, your ability to stand as a human being and say, this is right, this is what I believe and I will do that. This is what your family should create for you. Your parents should tell you, my dear kids, stand up, fight. No parent tells you. Like I was having a discussion with your professors. I said the biggest enemy of a child are two things. Enemy number one, your parent. Telling you to be an ATM machine. You are a money producing machine. Number two, your teacher. Teaching you blah 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 shit. London Bridge falling, as if you have no bridges falling in India. You go to school and all that your parent is bothered is, are you rank number one? Did you win the first prize? Unfortunately, poor teacher has to follow the same system because the parent demands that from you, isn't it? So I don't blame the teacher. So your enemy number two, the teacher. That's why I said, listen to the song, Brick in the Wall. You should make it to your anthem in your college. Alright? How many of you have listened to the Brick in the Wall? Pink Floyd? Yeah, of course. Yeah. Make it this your college anthem, okay? Just be yourself, don't be a brick in the wall. What is a brick in the wall? You are all the same, thinking the same thing, doing the same thing, same feeling, same emotion. Sorry, no. Be yourself. Don't ever be a brick in the wall. And this is exactly what your school and what your colleges are trying to do. Not your college, because your college is different. Otherwise, my mic will go off just now. You know, I had breakfast with a couple of your professors. Amazing people. You have fantastic faculty who think different because they come from the industry, which is real, and not these academic PhD types. Sorry, my apologies to all those who are PhDs. No, so not that PhD is a bad thing. I wish I had a PhD. I don't have one. I don't have the brains to get that PhD. So it's great if you can get a PhD. So the point is, I was a member of the drafting committee of the new education policy, okay? Because I was Secretary School Education Kerala, I was Principal Secretary Higher Education Kerala, I was the Entrance Commissioner of Kerala, entrance into medical engineering, so I speak from, had a bit of experience. Halfway through the NEP drafting, I had to quit because I became a minister, and therefore, but the introductory part is mine. What does the introductory part of the NEP says? Dream for yourself. Discover knowledge for yourself. Not rote learning. What happens today? I'll tell you this story. This girl in Kerala, when I was Principal Secretary Higher Education, she gets rank #1 in Kerala in the board exams. We have a massive congratulatory meeting for her. The Chief Ministry is there, Education Ministry is there. Massive crowd. All the newspapers have her on the front page, the most brilliant girl in Kerala. After the exam, after the meeting is over, when she comes down from the stage, I ask her a single simple question. Look at me, they will come and go, don't worry. I ask her a simple question. My dear kid, you are the brightest in the state. What do you want to do with your life? She thinks for some time, and then you know what she tells me? I'll go home and ask my mother, and then I will tell you. Sorry for using this word. To me, she is the biggest mentally retarded kid in the state of Kerala. I'm not going to ask you how many of you are toppers, otherwise I might use the same terminology. So don't raise your hand. Don't raise your hand. I know many of you are toppers. I have no respect for toppers. I'm sorry. How did you become a top? You were an extremely attentive student in the class. You wrote the note by heart, and without missing a comma or a full stop, at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, when you're supposed to see the best dreams, you are put on the back of a scooter by your father, tied on with a rope possibly so that you don't fall off. You are at a tuition teacher's place. When you come back in the evening, again back to tuitions, you vomit out onto the answer sheet. It's called the vomiting process. What is taught by the teacher. And if you don't miss a comma or a full stop, you score 500 out of 500. Once the mother came and complained to me, very furious when I was secretary. He says, my daughter got only 499 out of 500. Where is that 1 mark gone? You tell me. I said, I swallowed it. Oh my God, if I got 439 out of 500, my parents would have collapsed dead. Yeah, this is India. Aren't we creating really mentally challenged children with the kind of system we have? The new education policy says discover knowledge yourself. Find out the truth yourself. Go out into nature. Listen to the sound of the breeze, the singing of the bees, how a plant grows. How do we guys wreck the universe, the planet? How is it to love? None of these are taught in the school. This is what we want to be taught in the school, that you kids to discover for yourself. This is the new education policy. How many people have heard about the new education policy? How many teachers have heard about the new education policy? How many managements have heard about the new education policy? How many parents want to make a change? Today things have got worse. The other day I went to a restaurant, me and my wife. We were sitting together chatting, and then at the next table there was this couple sitting there. Father and mother, 2 teenage children. From the moment they came in, 15 minutes later, they were still on that stupid mobile. I walked up to them and said, you spent money to come here, you made the effort, you drove to this restaurant, and I've been watching you for 15-20 minutes. None of you spoke a word to each other. You are on this stupid machine. I said, why did you come here? They said, who are you? I said, I'm a human being. Simple. Yeah, nothing more. I said, would you like to talk to each other? Where is the conversation taking place in our families? Because the biggest enemy again is the parent. On that machine, not talking to you. Even when I was the busiest, my kids and my wife would wait for me to come back for dinner. And that dinner would last at least an hour. We would talk about how was their school, how their friends, how things are going. We talk about the problems of the world. And even my kids, when they're little kids, they would know what's the global issues. Yeah. That's why you create a conscience as a child, yes or no? Yeah, you are not a little shell out here. You are part of a much larger global universe where there are real problems. We spoke. How many families have dinner together? Wow, that's a great number. Because most families today, that's the only time when you don't have tuition. So you grab your food and run to the television to watch something out there because you don't have otherwise television time. Yeah, you don't. Today when parents feel the most affectionate towards to their children, they buy the latest mobile phones and they are in the room. Have you seen the movie Adolescence? How many of you seen it? You must watch it. You must watch how a 13-year-old kid kills his classmate. Yeah, you must watch it. And the father finally says in the final scene, he's in the bed in the kid's bedroom and says, I wish I had done better. It's not that he was a bad parent, pretty good parents, but he says, I wish I had done better. How many of our parents are doing justice to ourselves? Last week in the India International Center, a lady was with me for coffee and she says, I was cribbing about IPL. I said, 3 months, the entire evening is taken away by this stupid thing called IPL. The whole nation is glued as if this nation has nothing, no other priority. Mind you, we are a poor nation. And the Prime Minister is talking about we becoming a developed Viksit Bharat by 2047. And the entire 1.4 billion people are glued to the television watching the circus. You think it's real cricket? 20 overs. What are you trying to prove? Yeah. You know what this lady tells me? Is that, sir, I have a 10-year-old kid. And I'm extremely happy that he's watching IPL for 3 hours. I now listen to the rest of it. I'm not watching pornography. I said, how old is your kid? 10 years. He said, how do you say that your kid is watching pornography? He says, I caught him many times. Do any parent have any idea what the kid is doing in his room? You are so affectionate by him, the latest thing, give him a net. You have any idea what he's doing? No clue. Absolutely no clue. Watch Adolescence. Watch the movie. You will know. I had a laptop. My kids grew up a long time ago. My sons are 42 and 40. We had a laptop, we had a net. It was in the common room. But there was no mobiles those days. If you think all your love and affection is in that mobile and that internet, I think one is mistaken. I was all for freedom. I told my kids, do whatever you want. In fact, my 16-year-old kid, 16 and a half, when he passed class 12, one day he comes and walks into the dining and he says, I'm leaving. I thought he was going for a coffee somewhere with his friends. I said, where are you going? He said, no, I'm going to the US. I got admission in 10 top colleges. 16-year-old telling me, I never knew he made an application. Yeah. He said, I'm going. And you know what he was doing? Art, painting. One of my batchmates asked me, you're stupid, you are an IAS officer. You are allowing your son to be a painter. Painters always die. You know, Van Gogh chopped off his one ear because he died in poverty. You know that, no? Never sold a painting when he was alive. And today his paintings are some of the most expensive in the world. So you are allowing your son, allowing, who am I? Am I a God to decide what my son should be doing or what my daughter should be doing? No. I am a nobody. Sorry. But how is that your father decides what he should be doing? Yeah, he shall do science, commerce, this. My son is going to do this. Who the hell is the parent to decide? If you are a good child, good parent, yes, you should discuss with your child, hey, what are you guys going to do? What's your interest? Let me come to my son's story. Since I talked about my son. Can I have this?
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you will have to buy my coffin soon. When you guys feel bored, just raise your hands. Huh? I'll stop my monologue. Okay? So I went to an engineering college and I said, anytime you guys are bored, just raise your hands and I will stop my speech. My speech is generally an hour and a half. And one guy, after some time, he wanted to be the hero. He raised his hand. I stopped my speech. I left. He got beaten up. So choice is yours. So choice is yours. Anybody wants to raise hand? Please raise hand. Okay? Yeah. So I have interesting stories for you. I'm telling you. And my stories are real. Yeah, these are not mills and books. So when after I was district collector of Kottayam, I was the district collector of Kottayam. Have you ever heard of Kottayam? Tell me, somebody who's heard of Kottayam? Not the teachers, you guys know everything. You can't. Students. Anybody who knows why Kottayam is so famous? For many reasons. Oh my God, you guys don't know, I'm from Kottayam. Not because of that. My wife is from Kottayam. Kottayam is not famous because of that. I was a district collector of Kottayam for 4 years. Kottayam is not famous because of that. Even though I won the best district collector award for 4 years, that's not the reason. Kottayam became the first 100% literate town in the country in 1989. Of course, when I was a district collector, of course it has to be. Kottayam achieved a quality of health index better than the United States of America, as good as the European Union when I was a district collector. 100% immunization, 100% deliveries in the hospitals. We achieved it. We did it. We built a cancer hospital in Kottayam with crowdfunding. 8.2 million people contributed. And we built it in exactly 1 year. The institution built with the largest number of contributors. It's none of these reasons why Kottayam is famous today. Niti Aayog last year, in their survey, they said Kottayam is the only zero poverty district in the country, not Aurangabad. Okay? It's the only zero poverty district in the whole country is Kottayam. So Kottayam is very famous for many reasons. Literacy, healthcare, institutions we build, only zero poverty district in the whole country is Kottayam. It's my district. Where I come from, where I was a collector. Not my data, Niti Aayog. Just look up Kottayam. Why did we achieve all that? Oh, before that I have the other story, my son. So when I finished my tenure as Kottayam collector, I was sent off to Delhi. So this is where I am. I'm a horrible guy. Why was I sent off to Delhi as Commissioner of Delhi? Because you must have heard of the famous palm oil scandal in Kerala, corruption charge, where the Chief Minister and eight government secretaries, IAS officers are charge sheeted. We imported palm oil and somebody made money and all these people, including Chief Minister, are accused. The case is still going on. I wrote the dissenting note. I said this is wrong. I was sent off to Delhi. Punishment. So in my first book, it's titled Exiled, in my autobiography published in 1996. I'm exiled to Delhi. I was sent as Commissioner of Delhi Development Authority. When I go there, my younger son was in class 3, my elder son was in class 5. I put them in Don Bosco, famous school. After 3 months, the principal says, parents to come over. When we went over, they said, your kids are dumb. They are dumb. It's in the DNA. What can you do, isn't it? Yeah. My headmaster said the same thing. I said, what's the problem? He said, your kids don't speak the kind of English which children in Delhi speak. I said, there's only one CBSE school in Kottayam and the principal couldn't really speak much of an English. He said, it's not my problem. He said, your kids don't speak Hindi. I said, we start learning Hindi in Kerala only in class 5. And my elder son is just beginning to learn because he's just got into class 5. He said, I don't care. You know what this cruel priest, Catholic priest did? I am a Catholic, so I can say that. If I was any other religion, there would be communal riots just now here. Yeah. Yeah, imagine. If I was not a Catholic, if I say something against a Catholic priest, what would happen? And we are such a fantastic country, isn't it? Yeah. You have riots because some guy is buried somewhere near here. I don't want to mention his name. We have riots 500 years later. We are a fantastic nation. We are so tolerant, Yeah. We like to dig history and then kill each other. We are fantastic people. Yeah. So, my kids were issued TC and dismissed from school. I felt very, very sad as a father. I said, Jawa, am I a bad father, bad parenting? So we didn't put kids in school for 2 weeks, and I looked for a school near my house. I was in Asia village. This was my neighbor, Kalam. Okay. APJ Abdul Kalam was my immediate neighbor. So I put them in Bluebells, and 1 month later, big problem. My younger son in class 3 is taken by the class teacher to the principal and complained he's scribbling everywhere, painting everywhere, textbook, homework everywhere. What would happen in a normal school? The principal would write, the parents shall appear before me, isn't it? And the parents appear, tell the child not to do this, isn't it? Yes or no? You know what the principal Suman Kumar said? It's in my book. He said, son, calls all the boys son. The classroom walls are white, you paint them. He said, when you finish your classroom, you paint the entire school. So the evening my son comes and tells me, I think our principal is a nut like you. Yeah. He said, what happened? He said, paint the entire school, can become an artist. I said, do whatever. So we went to Lajpat Nagar, bought canvas, we started painting. This was when he was 8. At 11, the school organized the first exhibition of his paintings. Within 1 hour, all the paintings were sold off. Adarsh became an independent taxpayer at the age of 11. All the newspapers, usual media said a genius is born. Exactly 3 years back, a famous school, Christian school, dismissed him from school saying he's a dumb kid. So what is he? Is anybody dumb? Does God create anybody dumb? No. At 12, he was youngest to have a solo exhibition in the Retd Academy. At 13, the President of India inaugurated his global exhibition, Delhi, London, New York, Washington. And one painting out of 73 was sold for $10,000 in 1999. He was all over. He was in Time magazine's list of 150 young prodigies of the world. Of course, I was in Time magazine's list of 100 young global leaders in 1994. 2 of us from India, Mukesh Ambani and I. You had Steve Jobs, you had Bill Gates in the list with me. Point is, who is dumb? You make yourself dumb. Your parents make you dumb. Your parents keep telling you all the time, why can't you be like the neighbor's kid? Isn't it yes or no?
Yes.
Look at her. She's a genius. Sorry. You are the problem, not the kid. And your class teachers very proudly announces this kid is rank number 1. God, that is destruction of a child. That child gets so arrogant, I'm number 1, I beat everybody. Your entire life mission is to beat anybody else. Sorry. If your mission is to beat somebody else, you're on the wrong track. Yes or no? Isn't it? You beat yourself, not beat somebody else. And if you come down from rank number 1 to 2, that day you have no dinner, no television. What happened to you? A disaster has happened at home because you are rank number 1 earlier, now you are rank number 2. Explain, child. Your parents after you. And the class teacher will of course call the parent and say, there's something terribly wrong with your child. You were rank number 1, he's got rank number 2. My house, no problems. So my son goes to learn painting to the best school in the world. I knew teachers were going to do this. I warned you earlier, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to cut short. I think it's already an hour. I was in Delhi as Commissioner EDA. I was the first South Indian Commissioner to be posted there. And they called me a Madrasi. That's what you all are, all of us in the South. Liar. I don't care. You call me whatever you want. I don't care. When I went there, I had 36,000 employees with me. And I said, let's do a survey of the land in Delhi. We had over 1 lakh of acres, over 1 lakh acres of land was with the DDA. And the rumor was that a lot of that land was encroached. When I did my survey, I found vast tracts of land was under encroachment. And I found the top 10 were the biggest politicians of Delhi, and the biggest one was H.K. Bhagat, who was a Congress president, a former union minister, and of course, very, very infamous because he was a mastermind behind the 1984 burning of 5,006 after Indira Gandhi's assassination. I said, he's my target. My officers told me, sir, don't touch him because otherwise you will be dead by evening. He'll burn you alive. I have a very simple theory. Catch the biggest thief first. Yes or no? Yes. What do we do in India? We catch a guy who's a pickpocket just with 10 rupees, you put him in jail, he will die there. I said, no, catch the biggest thief first. Simple principles. How many of us have the courage to catch the biggest thief? Backbone, my dear children, backbone. Take on the biggest guys, criminals first, not the smallest, poorest guys. Nest so, decide with the backbone, this is what I've been telling you. You develop that, it doesn't come overnight, develop slowly. Then nest up is sorry, not demolition. This is where India goes wrong. This is where India goes dramatically wrong. You can take a decision, you jump at it next day. Sorry, no. Next big step is the planning. How do you take on the biggest criminal in the city? And guess what is the size of the illegal building? 2 lakh square feet. How do you take on him? Do I go with 100 policemen and 2 bulldozers? Sorry, no. This is a problem with we Indians. We don't plan properly. I think and think and think, then I reduce it to a sheet of paper, exactly what I think without missing a comma or a full stop, exactly what I need. I have 10,000 policemen on trucks with cars. I have 25 massive bulldozers in front. It's like an army column marching. 25 bulldozers in front. In front of that, in an open jeep, me and my dog. 4 feet tall, great boy. I'm fantastic at drama. Amitabh Bachchan, Shah Rukh Khan, nobody can beat me at this. I'm very good. I have my Stetson hat, my gun, my cowboy boots. Just imagine. I'm not a nice guy, okay? I'm not. I'm ruthlessly evil, bad. Okay? Alright. Yeah. So, we reach there at 5 in the morning, still dark, and everybody thinks, look at me, okay? Everybody thinks Pakistan invaded India. I said, no, this is India. I'm there on the ground for the next 36 hours till the 2 lakh square feet is reduced to dust. Next day in the newspapers, the demolition man comes to Delhi, me and my dog. Drama is very important, I remember, okay? Yeah. So the other day I was with Amitabh Bachchan 2 weeks back. He gave me a 10 minutes appointment. He spent an hour with me. He said, tell me your stories. I've heard so much about you. He wouldn't leave me after an hour. And I had to make some excuse and leave because I felt very guilty taking so much of his time. Okay? So, next day in the newspapers, the demolition man comes to Delhi. Over the next 5 years, me and my people, 36,000 employees, we knocked on 14,310 illegal mansions of the mafia. 14,000. A lot of you guys go into the corporate sector. Remember this. What did I bring to this organization? I brought a dream, yes or no? I shared that dream with my people, the 36,000 people. It became a collective dream. When you have a collective dream, it becomes a passion for everybody. Yes or no? Yes, that is a secret of success. Have a dream, share that dream with your people and follow passionately. Now, if I share the dream and stayed in my office and I said go and demolish, will it happen? No, I was on the road. For the next 5 years, I was on the road. Lead by example, not just by writing notes. No IAS officer does what I did, but I did it. I was on the road. I carried a gun for 8 years while sleeping, while jogging, while in a movie, while in a disco. I still would go to a disco. Yeah, newspapers would wait to catch me going to a disco. I would still go. I had a gang of 25 people, which included my wife. Don't misunderstand me. Yeah. But if she wanted, she could come. Otherwise, I could care less. Okay? I'm not bothered about what public thinks anyway. My wife went to market under police protection. My kids went to school under police protection. Still, my wife got beaten up. She was left for dead. She survived. My kids got beaten up. They think that was the most thrilling moment of their lives when they narrated. Life was. I don't need this. Even in Parliament, I don't use a mic. Yeah. Oh yeah, it works. Yeah. There is some teacher two teachers now who are ganged up against me. Yeah. No, I'm just joking. So, what was I saying? Forgot. Pardon? Yeah, so life was fun. Great fun. There is great thrill in living dangerously. I was in Beirut just 4 days back. I was head of a delegation. 3 days, 6 hours after I left, Beirut was bombed. Everybody said, weren't you scared? Why the hell should I be scared? Why should you be scared if you are going to live a life, live an honorable life? Yes or no? Yes. Don't live like a worm. Don't live like a mouse. Live like a human being. Live with dignity, that one moment. Don't ever be a doormat. 27 years in the IAS, no politician ever called me. I did all this demolition when the Congress was in power in Delhi, and 90% of demolitions was of Congress leaders. Nobody ever called me. Why wouldn't they call me? Because they wouldn't call me. Simple. They wouldn't dare to call me. Was I not nice? Sorry, I'm very nice. Any politician calling, I would be very nice. I would, if they come to my office, I would shake hand, have a coffee with them, all smiles. But don't tell me nonsense. Very clear. Let me fast forward. 2004 general elections. I'm an observer for the Election Commission of India for the 2004 Parliament elections. Have you ever heard of an observer doing anything? We are 5 of us observers in the most notorious constituency in the country, Madhepura, Bihar. Anybody from Madhepura? Lalu Prasad Yadav's constituency. And before I go, I see a document which saying the gangs of Madhepura, how on the election day they come on horseback, capture booths, and how they win the elections. So when I'm packing my luggage, my wife sees me taking my gun, says, you know, don't act smart in Madhepura like you did in Kerala and in Delhi. They will just chop off your head. And in case you don't look great with your head, but without your head, you will look much worse. I said, I of course packed my gun. I go to Madhepura and the election observer is supposed to be in the guest house. Collector gives you fantastic food and also gives you something more. Nice little, you know, what comes in a liquid form. That you're supposed to write beautiful notes and send to the election commission and say everything is perfectly fine. Have you ever heard of an election observer doing anything? Now, on first day, me and my 4 other observers, we're going for a walk. I said, I'll be a nice guy. I'm not going to do anything, you know, stupid here. And about a kilometer down the line on the road, I see a lady speaking from a jeep, election campaign, and there are 500 people around. I go closer and I see, guess who it is? Rabri Devi, the Chief Minister of Bihar. And I went close by, then I see that her vehicle on which she's campaigning doesn't have a registration. That means, so I said, stop. I said, I'm Alphons for the Election Commission of India. You are campaigning from a vehicle without permission, without sanction. So I said, I'm going to take the vehicle into custody. She says, you can't do that. But then her followers got agitated. They all have lathis and all that. But she told them, I mean, she was very respectful. She said, they are from the Election Commission, don't do anything. And I called the collector and SP. I said, come with a large police force. You need to take this vehicle into custody. They said, sir, should we do it? She's a chief minister. I said, that's precisely why we need to do it. So they came, took the vehicle into custody. She said, I won't leave. I said, keep sitting on that. We got a truck to tow the vehicle. She was sitting on that. All the followers shouting, choices, slogans against the election commission and me. I said, fine. And was taken to the SP's office. And there also she said, I'm not going to get down. So we told her to keep sitting. Kept sitting there. After a couple of hours, she got up and all her followers also left. All over the television. The chief election observer confiscates Rabri Devi with her vehicle inside. I mean, they said we confiscated Rabri Devi. Actually, we confiscated only the vehicle. She just happens to be there. So it's not my fault. I mean, Lalu comes knocking at 3 o'clock in the morning. And he's a very clever politician, you know. Normal politicians don't shout, don't you think who I am, who she is? He studied all my history. He said, you've done a great job as district collector, as commissioner DDA. And he said, my people will not create any problem. I said, perfect. Next day, his opponent, Sharad Yadav, comes and tells me the same thing. I said, fine. I told my fellow observers, go, travel to the villages for the next 2 months. Tell people this time you can vote. On the election day, not even a dog barked in Madhepura. Of course, Lalu won by 69,000 votes. You get into the most irrelevant jobs, my dear people, it will happen in your life. Your boss doesn't like you, throw you into mud, would give you jobs which are irrelevant. There you rise up. Because you will do it. I'll stop with this last story. I have a million stories. When I was entrance commissioner, Kerala, engineering medical entrance, generally it takes 3 months even for NEET results to come out. Kerala to take longer, and I go to that office, and same people, 24 people, only in my office, same laptop, same computer, same scanner. And I told them on the first day, we have the worst reputation in the world, we are the worst office in the world, everybody says, do you agree? Sir, that's true. I said, can we become the best office in Japan? I said, so we will try. After 1 week, I told them, can we become the best office in Kerala? So we will try. Same people. After 3 weeks, I said, can we become the best? 2 weeks, I said, can we become the best office in India? So we will try. After the 4th week, I said, can we become the best office in the world? So we will try. Guess how many days we took to declare the results? Mind you, it didn't happen by accident. Everything planned. 7 days. We declared the results on the 7th day instead of 3 months. My postgraduate medical entrance examination conducted today, results declared the very next day. Doesn't stop at that. Super specialty medicine, examination conducted in the morning, results declared in the afternoon. Is it possible? Can any of you coming from the corporate sector, sir, can you do it? You think India's corporate sector is great? No, they are like leeches. They want everything from the government. Sorry, apologies. Yeah, you guys are going to do that. Want everything from the government. You know, Trump is declared war today. You guys are going to collapse because you guys are leeches dependent on everything else. We got to have the initiative. What did I bring to that office? Is it my greatness that we were able to do this in the entrance as entrance commissioner? No. 2, 3 things again. I brought a dream to that office. I shared that dream with people. We all worked together. A shared dream is a massive energy. It's like an atom bomb. Yes or no? We can do it. We can do it. This country can do it. This is what the Prime Minister says. By 2047, we can become a developed nation. But for that to happen, that's why I've written this book. Unless each of us have a dream and share that dream with the Prime Minister. I'm not saying any party, I'm sorry. I'm not a partisan politician. Just that I belong to a party, let it be any party for that matter. Unless you share that dream with the Prime Minister and the government and we all work together, we can reach nowhere. We can't, we will not. That's why I've written this book. Let's all have a dream. Your parents should become your best friends. They must become your best friends. If your parent doesn't talk to you, it's on that mobile phone, tell your mama, please skip away. You have not delivered your mobile phone, you delivered me. You talk to me. Please have the guts to tell your mom. Okay? Tell your dad. Your office staff, keep all that away. You created me. You talk to me. Will you guys do that today? Yes. Will you do that? Yes. Yeah, you will go and shiver there. Yeah. Have the courage to have a conversation with your parents. Your teachers are wonderful people. They are there to create you, to give you confidence. They are fantastic people. Your teachers should become your second best friends. Will you do that? Yes. Your professors, you are amazing people. It's not their fault that they got a PhD, okay? Don't blame them for that. They're amazing people. They are here to help you really to be human beings, wonderful human beings. Be great friends. Will you do that? Talk to your teachers, not just in your classroom. They are amazing people. After their parents also. Okay? Alright? Yes. So your best friends, not your boyfriend, not your girlfriend, your parent, your teacher, then whoever you want. I don't care whoever. Okay? Be great human beings. That's the only purpose of life, ladies and gentlemen, is to be happy, number one. Does it end at that? No. Make the world happier. Two things. The whole problem with us is, you think only you have the right to happiness. No. You know, India's philosophy, Vasudeva Kudambakam, no other country has that kind of a philosophy saying the whole universe is one. Vasudeva Kudambakam, this is what the Prime Minister talks about. Vasudeva Kudambakam. We are one. So the happiness of the other is equally important. Yes or no? Yes. Not just human beings alone. Animate, inanimate, your rivers, your trees, your air. The air you destroy, the planet Earth which we have destroyed. Please, happiness of all this is so important. Absolutely important. That's India's philosophy. You know, we have the most amazing philosophy in the world. Vasudeva Kudambakam. How many of us practice? My dear kids, make money. Money is good. Yes or no? Make plenty of money. Has plenty of uses. A lot of people will come and tell you, don't make money, it's not great. No, money is great. I'm the only one in the parliament who spoke supporting industrialists. I said they create jobs, they create wealth, it's good for people. Yes or no? Yes. Give you a job is a great thing. Honor them. I even went to the extent of saying worship them. Do that. But remember, at the end of the day, happiness of the world is the most important thing. After I got into politics, I've sold 9 properties. I built the biggest colony in India post-independence, Dwaraka. Anybody from Delhi? Yeah. 5,000 acres I acquired. I not only demolished, I also did something constructive. 5,000 acres that I acquired, I designed, built. I don't even have a studio apartment anywhere in the world. I live in a rented house. Of course, as minister, I had a 3-acre campus compound with 19 rooms, 10 servants' quarters. Now I live in a tiny 2-bedroom rented apartment in north of India, next to the Prime Minister, next to the Parliament, next to the President. I'm very happy. But I have problems. My wife has adopted 6 dogs on the street. When I was moving from my minister's bungalow, I had no place to live, so I had to hire a 3-bedroom apartment on the ground floor only for them and keep a servant family. My wife feeds 100 monkeys every day with 25 kilos of fruit and 100 chapatis. So we have a maid to make food for them. Doesn't end at that. She makes chicken biryani for 50 dogs, the entire north of New Street, she feeds them. I get something left over from whatever. There is something left over. That's why I look like this. Yeah. And she takes any sick dog to the hospital. I keep asking why. She says, sorry, you keep talking about Vasudeva Kudumagam. Your Prime Minister talks about Vasudeva Kudumagam. Isn't it my job to do it? So, yesterday she was taking a patient from Noida, where I used to live, near Delhi, before I became minister. Cancer patient, Richapula. He's a nobody to me, nobody to my wife. For the past 2 months, I've been taking that person to the hospital because she says, please take him. He has nobody, he's unmarried. He's been eating gutka, he's got massive, this thing swelling here, it's cancer. He's possibly dying in a week's time. So I've taken him to the hospital because my wife says, it's your job, it's our duty to do it. Who is he to me? Is he anybody to me? No, but he's everything to me because he's a human being. And unlimited money she pays to him. He sleeps on the streets. He's got a house, hired a house for him to live in Noida. Day first today, I think he says final days, took him to AIMS in an ambulance. He says, let him have an honorable death. Yes or no? He's just 33. Do we care? How many of us we care? We condemn the white man. I have no respect for the white man, though my daughter-in-law is a white American. I have no unnecessary respect. You are so respectful of the white man. Oh, white skin. Can we make friends? Can we say hello to a white man? Great thing, I have a Facebook white friend. What bullshit. 40% of Americans contribute to charity. You know what percentage of Indians contribute to charity? Less than 2%. Do you care? Do we care as a nation? Do we? We don't. Me, my wife, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, my children. Sorry, that's not life. I have only one blue blazer, and that is from my academy days. When I went to academy, I bought from Mohanlal Sons. He's 47 years old. As a minister, that's the only blue blazer I had. That's the only blue blazer I have. All my clothes are at least 25 years old. I have only one black shoe. One day when I went home, I find my black shoe missing. I told my wife, where is my black shoe? I've been using it for 30. I have sentimental. She says, I have bought 2 new ones for you. One is this, bought from Shri. It's only 750 bucks. She knows I don't entertain expensive stuff. I said, where is my shoes? I said, my soul is in that shoes. S-O-U-L and S-O-L-E, both are in that shoes. Yeah. He says, no, I didn't know your size. I took it to Shri Leathers, I dumped it there. I went hunting for it, couldn't find it there. I went to the desert, they dumped it to the municipal dump. I went there, I couldn't get my shoes back. My dear kids, why do I need a second black shoes? What do I need? I was not poor, I was fairly rich. I gave away. When my mother died of COVID, she came to Delhi visiting, and then COVID happened. Flights got cancelled. She was 91, perfectly fed. She died. I could have put out, like a lot of people, a full-page advertisement in Times of India, former Union Minister, former Tourism Minister of India. My mother passed away with her nice lovely picture, costing just 1 crore. I did nothing. I had no prayer meeting. We said, let's do something for people. We set up something called Mother's Meal. We said, we will give away 1 million meals in 1 year. You know how many meals we gave away? 5 million meals. 5 million. I just gave away just 3 crores of my own money. Why do I need money? I'm not sorry. I at least get whatever is left over from my dog's biryani. I get it. Okay. Am I healthy? I'm healthy like a horse. I'm healthier than most people. God is being kind. People have been nice to me. They love me. The same people who called me a Madrasi when I came to Delhi, 2 years later, when Times of India did a poll on me, I got 89.6% of Delhi saying, we support Alphons. Ladies and gentlemen, life is great. Life is wonderful. I have a million stories to tell you. Point is why I'm writing this book. Why I want each of you to read this is to tell you, you can do better than I did. Anybody can. Alright? No, ask me anything. You have a remote mic out there? Yeah. Questions, remarks. I like people who violently disagree with me, okay? Alright? So, contradict, say anything you guys want to. Yeah. Let's see who asks the first question. Yesterday at that venue, I think the first 3 questions all came from girls. They are the smarter ones. Yeah. These guys are on mobile all the time. Don't look at each other. Just look at yourself. Look inside yourself. Because you guys might never see me again. Most probably you won't. Okay? Oh wow, give me a hand. That's great. Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Yashwardhan Desle, sir.
Okay. Where are you from?
I am doing my Masters in Management. I am from this city only.
Okay.
Chhatrapati Sambhajinagar.
Yeah.
A question came to my mind, sir. Recently I visited Ellora and I saw some people not from our country but from a foreign land. And there, as you said, I found people being fascinated towards them just because of their skin color maybe. But do you think that this is a very big challenge and not related to this movement, but I just was very curious and I think that you're the perfect person who could answer this question. How as an individual we should be treating someone who is coming outside the country? Of course we should be treating them with respect, but how do we normalize them and not see them as someone very different tribe, and we also take up respect in our tradition as well?
Yeah, great question. Give me a hand. You know, after having traveled to all 125 countries in the world, I really think India has the most incredible heritage. Most incredible. I would just look at Ellora. Now, let me ask you this question, since you guys are nearby. How many of you have visited Ellora? Raise your hands. Wow, that's a great number. Doesn't matter. Those who have not, you still have time. We spent 2 days there. And my daughter-in-law was a white American who is a commercial director of Time magazine. She says, wow. She says, I'm just not moving from here. It's just incredible. You have a million things in India which are incredible. Do we realize? We all want to go to Thailand, go, no problem. Malaysia, go, fine. We have so much in India, so much. How many of you been to Kerala? Yeah. Let me tell you, not because I'm from Kerala. It's got so much. It's so incredibly beautiful. And nice people. Helpful people. Law and order is fine. You are safe. You go to Thailand and Malaysia and all these places, go and learn from these people if you want to learn something. But why are you traveling in India? I'm pretty clear. Most of the rest of my life, I love to travel. I will travel within India. It's such a journey of discovery. It's so much in India. I was a member of Parliament from Rajasthan. Rajasthan is so incredibly beautiful. It's got so much. How many of you from Rajasthan? Yeah, I mean, it's got so much, so incredible. Every state in India, I'm sure, Maharashtra has incredible places. Go and see them. Don't be obsessed with the white man, with the foreign. You understand? Okay? We love your country first. And I'm glad domestic tourism is happening. Lots of Indians are traveling within India itself. I'm very happy. But then last year, 25 million Indians went abroad. And we got only about 8 million people coming from abroad. Is it enough? No. When I was minister, the numbers were more. Not because I was a minister, because in between COVID happened and things like that. But, well, we sold India pretty well. India is incredible. We got to sell India, market it, bring people in India. Take the Buddhist circuit alone. The Buddhist circuit alone can bring in at least 10 million tourists to Uttar Pradesh and Bihar, the only 2 places where he lived. But we need to spend money. Our infrastructure is so poor. Take your Ellora. It's disgusting. Is there a coffee shop there, a decent coffee shop in Ellora? We went hunting. There's something called Greenwood, something like that. Toilet is stinking, dirty. I'm talking about the place I love most, Ellora. Is there a decent toilet? Do you have one hotel there? No. That Ellora should be generating $1 billion. You should be having beautiful hotels there, infrastructure, marketing, everything there. There is zero. Why? Because we don't care. We claim we love India. We just destroy. Do things, my dear people, do things. I was amazed in Pune yesterday. I said, Pune is so clean. Then I was wondering, I asked questions. Then Bhupesh tells me finally that Pune is being kept clean by just one guy. Who is that guy? You know? One company. This is what the corporate sector can do. Anybody?
Name it. You know it.
You know the guy who's the richest guy in Pune?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What he said.
Punewala. They have taken charge of the cleanliness in Pune, cleaning the city under the CSR. It's clean, neat. Can the corporate sector in India do? Of course we can do. We have the brains, my dear people. Do not just think selfish, how much money I can make today for this company. Think about the country. Well, make the money, make the big money. I'm all for it. But think about your place, your country as well. Yes or no? Yes, you do. So that's it. If you respect your country, if you love your country, do something. Keep your city clean. There's a chapter in my book on 3 cities which are cleanest in India. Surat, dirty, filthy. Indore, dirty, filthy. One city in Kerala, Sultan Bateri. All these cities were dirty and filthy, and 2 IAS officers and 1 politician decided we're going to keep it clean. These are the cleanest cities in India today for the past many years. Can we do it? Of course we can do it. Citizens must join in. It's just not the collector and the commissioner doing it. We all just need to do it together. Go to Sultan Bateri, you will not find even a scrap of paper on the street. Question doesn't arise. Doesn't arise? A politician in Kerala did it. Sultan Bateri in Wayanad, one of the most backward districts of Kerala. I took my entire IAS batch there, to a hotel there, and that hotel is run by a cooperative. A local village cooperative runs that 5-star hotel. And that hotel is better than the Taj or Oberoi or ITC in terms of quality of rooms, the quality of service. This morning I was telling one of the guys at ITC when I went for breakfast, I said I met at least 25 guys on the way. Nobody greeted me. I said, what kind of a hotel is this? What kind of a hotel is this where they don't greet guests? Yes or no? Simple things we forget. We Indians we forget. How many of you smile, man? You all are so full of ego. I'm an engineering student, I'm so and so, I'm an IAS officer. Do you smile? Oh my God, you don't. Learn to smile at the world. Say good mornings. Be nice. Yes or no? You nothing to lose. As a minister, I met every visitor who wanted to meet me. Open door. I've taken every telephone call directly. Simple. I'm a busy man. I sleep only 3 hours. After every meeting, I keep 10 minutes apart for telephone calls. Remember this when you are corporate executives. The moment you become a manager, oh, my PA will take a call. I carry my own luggage. Even when I was minister, I traveled economy. All my officers traveled business class and first class. I carry my own luggage. Yesterday, Bhupesh was trying to drag my luggage. I said, sorry, I also have hands. Why should somebody else drag my luggage? Don't need to. Come on, man. People of India have elected you, yes or no? Whether you're a politician, a collector, a minister, or a corporate leader, people have made you, yes or no? Be humble enough. How am I bigger than any of you? Am I bigger than the sweeper in this institution? Am I? No, I'm not. Remember this. If you believe in human dignity, the lowest guy out there has the same dignity. Make him feel as good. Yes or no? And it costs you nothing. Just a smile, which God has given you. Yes or no? But we are all so inflated egos. If I smile, people might think I'm a nobody. To hell with people, man. Lead your lives. Okay? So the whole message is, it's your life. Lead your life.
So one more message with failure. We talk about
Yeah. Okay. Another message which corporate, when you go for your leadership programs, they will come and tell you is, failure is a great thing. You have to fail. It's all bullshit. Learn from somebody else's failure, yeah. You don't have to lose your money, your company's money to fail, yes or no? There are thousands of examples, thank you, there are thousands of examples of failure and what you can learn. Please, you don't have to fail yourself to satisfy some psychologist, some stupid guy. Yeah. You have to fail. Fine, if you fail, fine, yeah, it's part of you. Fine. But let me tell you, if your dreams take roots, if you plan out properly, you don't fail many times. You could still fail, take it. After all, I got beaten up, my wife got beaten up. Some people saw it as a huge failure. So you can fail, but what I'm saying, this whole theory that failure is a great thing, sorry, failure is not a great thing. Yeah. So, I'm telling you all kinds of stupid things, isn't it? I'm a very stupid guy. I keep on doing crazy things, which I keep on doing, you might hear about it. One of these days, I might just crack. Somebody might just shoot me. So what? It's fine. So, learn to be stupid. In other people's view, not in your view. You be sure that what you're doing is not stupid. Alright? Let other people say it's stupid. Prove to yourself that's not stupid. Be crazy. Alright? Don't think like somebody else. This is the law. Sorry, no, this is no law. You create the law. Let me tell you one last incident. Sorry, I'm being on. Another story. When I was a collector, 2 young people come to me and say there is this 2.5-year-old child dying. And they belong to a sect called Jehovah's Witness, which does not permit blood transfusion. And this kid needs blood transfusion. So they're not treating. Child is dying. They come to me and said, do something. I said, what am I supposed to do? No, you are the last word. You are the collector. Simple. What do I do? I don't read management books. I don't read IAS rules. I don't read government circulars. I called my secretary and said, dictate 3 lines to the police officer. I said to the SHO, this child has the right to live, irrespective of the religious beliefs of the parents. Take the child into custody and treat him. The cops go to the house, the parents object, massive scuffle, they take the child into custody, 2.5-year-old, take him to the medical college, gives him blood transfusion and he lives. 10 days later, I get a 1,000-page petition in the High Court saying, this is against their fundamental rights. This is all over the world. If you see Jehovah's Witness, you will see litigation all over the world. So what is this now? Not Accountant General, what is this? The Attorney General, Advocate General of the state calls me and says, Alphons, file the counter. I said, I have no counter. I have no counter. I said, my counter is only 3 lines. He said, they have filed a 1,000-page writ petition and you say your counter is only 3 lines. I said, that's not my only counter. He said, I will not argue your case. I said, don't argue, I'll come and argue myself. I will not argue before the High Court as a collector. And the High Court upheld my order. They filed appeal to the Supreme Court upheld my order. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where is the law? Where is the law which gave me the power to do this? There is no law. You create the law. Yes or no? You create the law. Same way. Here. Think for yourself. See what's necessary. Let me tell you something which no corporate sector will do. When I was manager at Kerala Milk Federation, I was just 30. Under Dr. Piriam. I was MD of Kerala Milk when I was 30. We were selling 100,000, 1 lakh liters of milk a day. I said, let me do. Then I need to increase it. You know what I did? Earlier, when milk was spoiled, you had to take the spoiled milk to the dairy and then they will see the milk and they would replace it. I did something no corporate sector in India would have the courage to do. I advertised my outlet numbers and I said, call any of these numbers if your milk is spoiled. The milk will be replaced at home, and I will not ask you to show me the spoiled milk. What is the lesson? Will any corporate sector in India do this? No way. 2-3 things from this. I have confidence in my product, that my product is good. Suppose my officers, everybody in my office objected to this proposal. I said, no, that's going to work. If they say thousands of people will call you, how will you respond? Thousands of people will call you and say, replace your product. I say, sorry, I have confidence in my product. So very few people are going to call. Second, sir, how can you replace without seeing the spoiled milk? I said, I trust my consumer. That's why I talked about the corporate sector earlier. How many people in India's corporate sector trust consumers? Nobody. You know what happened? I increased my turnover by 100% in 1 year. 100% in 1 year. Will you guys do it? You guys are going to the corporate sector. Will you have the courage to do it? Will you trust consumers? I'm going to have a massive fight with Maruti. On my wife's birthday, she says at 10 o'clock in the morning, I want a car. My house is like that. 43 years of marriage, I never asked her where she's ever got. She's out all the day. Never asked her. Whatever money we have is with her. I never asked her how she spends money. Never. I never touch her mobile. Even when landline was there, no mobiles, I never asked her who calls. She's half the time on her phone. Yes. Never asked her. So she tells me at 10 o'clock. So all this freedom which we claim, oh, my wife is free, on 31st of the month when the salary day, the husband will be waiting at the gate, give me that check, it's not too safe in your hands, I'll handle it better. Don't accept all this bullshit from your husband, okay? Please go ahead and say, it's your life, lead it. You are not accountable. You don't have to be accountable. I'm going out. Who the hell is he to ask you? You are smiling. That'll be the first question you're going to ask, will you? She's a human being, as much right as you have, yes or no? Yeah, and much more sensible most of the time. So at 10 o'clock she says, I want a car. He said, okay, fine, it's your birthday. So we go to the Maruti showroom, we finalize his car in 10 minutes, Grand Vitara, hybrid, what is called, semi-hybrid or something? No, smart hybrid. You look at the terminology they use to cheat people. Smart hybrid. Because if you say you are a student, that's fine. But when you say you are a smart student, you're supposed to be better than a student, isn't it? Here, you have a hybrid, and you got a smart hybrid, and that smart hybrid is supposed to be 1,000,000 times worse than the hybrid. See how they cheat. My wife gets only 12.5 kilometers per litre instead of 20.8 promise. And after the first service, they say, no, after the third service, it will improve. Look at the way you cheat. How you cheat constantly. You're going to do it. Yes or no? Yeah. So wait. No. Be patient. No. This is going to improve. No. My product is a great product. After the third service, 12.7 kilometers. I write to the chairman of the company. Not chairman, the CEO. Some Japanese guy. And I get a call from the retail outlet saying, sir, what's your problem? I said, I have no problem with you. I have no problem with the retail outlet. I have a problem with the company. So the company guy calls me, sir, what's your problem? I said, this is my problem. I send you all the documents, everything is supporting there. And so we're going to take your car and we're going to do a test drive. So when I'm not there, they come, fix a day, take the test drive. God knows what they do, and then come out and say, we are getting 7.5 kilometers. My wife has got a 30-year experienced driver, fantastic driver. These guys drive, they get 7.5 kilometers. My driver, who's a very experienced driver, gets only 12.5 kilometers. Now they tell me, so it looks better. Now we have no problem. Now what's their argument? Look at the fine reading in your sale thing, which nobody can. It's like an insurance company. You will be selling them when you grow older. You have 20 pages of things which nobody else under the sun can read, and you're supposed to sign. You have insurance documents, is it? So he says, sir, you haven't read all the conditions. These would be in ideal conditions. I said, my car I bought when I was minister to Lodi Estate. I live near that. My car is driven only in the same conditions in which my address was given. So they can't cheat me on that, So it's now a week, I'm waiting. My next letter, I don't give up. I'm a horrible guy. Extremely courteous letter. My next letter will go in another few days to the chairman, Mr. R.C. Bhargav of Maruti, saying, sorry, I don't accept this. If they don't, they will again say no. That is how Indian consumer companies are. That's how you guys are going to be trained, okay? If you are trained very well, all right, say no. 80% of insurance companies deny your claims, saying the fine print. Next, what I will do is, I will create hell for you. Your sales will go down dramatically. I will kill you. Maruti, I am warning you. I hope somebody will pass it on. There is nobody in the press there. I will. Don't take bullshit from anybody. Yes or no? Yes. Don't take bullshit from anybody. I drag them to the Monopolies Commission because they have 43% share. You are a dominant player. You don't have to have more than 50%. If you are a dominant player, the monopolies, the competitive commission can come into picture. Create hell. Don't give up. Now you guys think I'm a terrible guy. Like when my book was being released by Jitendra Singh, Minister, when he came there to IIC, to the hall, to the open auditorium, it's at only 400 seating capacity. He says, is it a rock festival or is it a book release? There were 2,000 people turned up. Then Rini Khanna was having a conversation with me. What's up? Everybody thinks you are a terrible guy, you carry a gun. You said if anybody touches 1 inch of your land, you will blast their brain. How did they get away? I said, very simple. Because everybody thinks I'm a lunatic. I am a lunatic. People believe me. Nobody touched 1 inch of my land. But the fact is, I carried a gun for 8 years. I had 153 bullets when I got my gun. Today I have 153 bullets. I don't even kill a mosquito all my life. Even when a mosquito bites, my wife tells me, sorry, you have no right to kill. Just chase it away. I'm a very sentimental guy. I'm a human guy. But when it comes to my job, I'm ruthless on myself, not anybody else. I've never suspended an employee all my life. I never issued a show cause notice all my life. It's your failure. Yes or no? If your employees don't fall in line, don't share your dream, it's your fault, not his fault. Yes or no? Yeah, I never suspended anybody. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm still a nice guy, okay, at the end of the day. I have plenty of friends. Yeah. Yeah, okay, ideas. Lot of us think after we get an MBA degree, we know everything. Most IAS officers think so. So, I just went out to work, and her punchline, like in a movie, he says, the government is giving you a car. Why can't you come and see me in my village? Imagine, an 80-year-old illiterate lady telling you. Most collectors would have called the security and thrown her out, isn't it? I smiled. In the evening, I discussed with my wife and children. They said, it's a great idea. I said, I am coming to the village with my entire 2,000 people, everybody, my SP, everybody in the administration. But I don't go like that. I choose 2 panchayats. Panchayats in Kerala, a large population of approximately 1 lakh each. I choose a school in the middle and I say, with at least 50 rooms, because I have at least 50 departments, each department gets a room and I say, I'm coming there now, you file petitions on anything under the sun, I'm giving you 1 month. I'll get 5,000 petitions. I'll take another month to examine these petitions, and the rule is whatever is asked must be given, delivered there. You can't come and say, come and collect the ration card tomorrow, land title tomorrow from the office. No, it has to be delivered there. We go on the appointed day, 2,000 people, me, the SP, everybody, and then we are there, 5,000 petitions, there are 10,000 people. We start at 8 o'clock in the morning, just like here, no introductions, just that ceremonial thing, which was beautiful. We just light the lamp. The rule is the minister, the MLAs, MPs, everybody has to be there. Nobody speaks. We start the business at 8 o'clock. We end up by late night. Everything is disposed of. Lunch is given by the panchayat to 10,000 people, not by the government. I did this all around my district twice. Eventually it won the highest UN award for best governance practice in the world. Where did this idea come from? An 80-year-old semi-literate lady Why was Bhupesh particular that I tell you this story? Because most of us are so inflated with our egos. I have an MBA degree, I have this degree, I'm intelligent, I don't need to listen to you, illiterate you are. Just come over here, sorry, no. The citizen knows what he wants, what she wants, yes or no? Listen to people. Most of the things which I have done, it didn't come from me, it came from people, because I was willing to listen to people. My idea of 100% literacy didn't come from me, it came from the students of MG University's NSS. My idea of building a cancer hospital came from the Dr. PGR Pilla, superintendent of the hospital. All my so-called brilliant ideas which are attributed to me haven't come from me. These came from just ordinary people. Listen to people. Alright? Listen to people. Find time to have a coffee with friends. Have good friends. Another advice to you people, sorry, I don't advise. Please do not make friends with people who don't hold your dignity, uphold your dignity. If anybody tells you you are hopeless, you are horrible, please don't. Make friends only with those people who will enhance your dignity. You understand? If some guy is lousy, dump him. If your boyfriend is a lousy guy, dump him. If your girlfriend doesn't respect you, dump that person. Okay? Alright? Don't dump your parents. Make friends with them. Let them be your best friends. So uphold your dignity, okay? And don't be scared to walk away. If somebody talks nonsense, try to reason with that person. If that person still treats you with indignity, just walk away, alright? Don't have that black spot on your thing. Walk away, have the courage to walk away and make friends with good people. There are plenty of amazing people among you. Even if you have one good friend, good enough. If you have two good friends, good enough. If you don't have a friend, my dear people, one of the best things I enjoy is my solitude. I love my solitude. Be me with myself. Listen to my music. My silence. There is a chapter called The Sound of Silence. Enjoy the sound of silence. You know the best part of my life? Going on a jog with a breeze blowing on your face. Listen to the chirping birds. It's incredible. It fills your soul. Yes or no? Yeah. Try to write poetry if you can. Alright? Don't want to show it to somebody else. After you write it, tear it off. If you think it's good, send to friends. Alright? What I'm telling you is lead a full life, my dear guys. Don't be just an ATM card. Which is what a lot of people train you, your parents and a whole lot of people expect you to be. I'm against saying make a lot of money, but civilization is about how you spend your money, not about how you make your money. You understand me? Yes. Great, more questions. We have more time, no problems.
Question.
Yeah.
Question. Yeah, please.
Excuse me, sir. My name is
Yeah,
Kaushal
there.
Nagori.
What's your name?
Kaushal Nagori, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, so you had mentioned that you had wrote in your book that I want to be a topper, and since then you followed a strict schedule. You prepared a schedule. Sir, with me being as a student, sir, I also do that. I also have prepared schedules, but I have always lacked to follow that schedule, sir. And that is the thing where I want your guidance, sir. How do I work on that? Like, how do I strictly follow the schedule? Because, sir, I can make schedules very well, I can plan out everything. But when it comes to execution, I can do it for a day, for 2, for 1 week. But after that, it's just, it doesn't implement.
Yeah, I understand. You see, yeah, it's very good question. It's extremely difficult. It's easy to make a timetable, but it's very difficult. Well, you will slip initially. You will slip many times. But rectify those. Like if I miss something one day, because there was something emergency, the pretty girl called me or something like that. I would miss one of my subjects. Next day, the first thing I do is I wake up a little earlier. Get me? I complete that chapter before my schedule begins next day. Make up. It's not an easy thing. Be ruthless on yourself. That's not easy to begin with. To be that disciplined, to be ruthless against yourself. You can be ruthless against somebody else, against yourself. It's very difficult. Practice. You will get there. I'm not saying you will get there the first day. No. You will slip many times before you fall in line. You think I was a very competent guy to begin. No, I was useless. I trained myself to be disciplined. I trained myself to be competent. Yeah. So that's the way it is. You learn. And your domain knowledge, you will be in marketing one day, you will be something else someday, you will be something else someday. Don't worry. You will learn. Be a keen learner. Go to the floor. You are a manager, senior manager. If you want to learn work, go to the floor. Talk to the least guy out there. He knows best. Yes or no? Be humble enough. Don't sit in your room and call the guy. Sorry, no. Go down to the floor. I learned about Tatas. Birdy Ratan Tata, he said, I start on the floor, cleaning the floor. Start there. Be humble enough. You will learn. Any job I go to, I spend time with the lowest guy out there. Listen, have that humility, isn't it? You will learn, so you will get there. Start slowly. You will slip many times. Doesn't matter. That's how we all learn, isn't it? I must have slipped a million times before I got absolutely ruthless with myself. But that self-discipline is so important. India is an absolute anarchy. We are not disciplined at all. We are not. Chalega? We will see. Nothing will happen. You just got to be there. Yes or no? Yeah. At 7 o'clock in the morning, US and Europe starts working in the heaviest snow, 10 feet of snow. You got to dig your car out of the snow. If you are late by 5 minutes, some of your teachers have worked there. If you are late by 5 minutes at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're out. You're lost. Here, oh, it's 20 degrees, it's cold. So you turn up at 11 o'clock. I know a lot of IAS officers who do that. It's chilly. I can't wake up in the morning. It's raining. Come on, man. It's your life, it's your country. You have a responsibility. And mind you, don't have a responsibility only as an IAS officer. You in the corporate sector, you have more responsibility, yes or no? You are supposed to create jobs. You are supposed to create work. We only lecture. We are just such a bullshit, the whole bureaucracy. You are the guys who actually deliver. You need to do that better. Yes or no? Come on, get better, man. Don't be spoon-fed. We are for our spoon-fed Indian industry. Grow up. How much can you be protectionist? So one thing good about what Trump is doing, though he's a lunatic, don't say that out there. I can't say that loud because I belong to a certain dispensation. You understand me, no? Yes or no? Yeah. One thing good is going to happen if the world still exists. I'm not too sure. Is that you guys are going to get a little more competitive. You want to be protected forever. So it can't happen. It cannot. Of course, the entire WTO regime has collapsed, something which we negotiated and settled for 25 years. Do they learn WTO here? Do they learn? WTO rules, do you learn what the WTO is? Yeah, you learn the WTO regime, how it came and what it is about? Do you learn in your school? Learn. What was negotiated and settled over 25 years is over last night at 1:26 when Trump declared his new tariff policy. Yeah, I can lecture to you all the necessary things on that. No time because I'm an economist. The whole world trade is possibly going to collapse. Indian industry is going to be badly affected. 26% is a tariff on India. Yeah, your most competitive stuff certainly possibly will not sell in the US anymore. Yeah, and Europe, because of your emission tax which is going to come up, 30% tax. You can just learn these things. I think probably you need to incorporate these things in your things. Because of your emission environmental tariff, Europe is going to impose 30% on a whole lot of products ranging from steel to a whole lot of stuff. Your entire export to Europe is going to boom, zero. Yeah. Learn these things because being competitive, being in the market means learning all these things. Don't say I'm a technology person. Sorry. You need to learn the basics of trade and economics. Alright? You understand me? Yeah. Like I was also, after, I forgot to tell you this. Why are IAS officers scared of transfers? After I declare the results on the 7th day, the ministry changes, a new minister comes. and he calls me to his chamber. It's the first time in my life happening, an interference in my work. He calls me to his office. There is a room at the back of his room, which is I call the chamber of sin. All big deals take place there. Okay? Have you been to one of the minister's offices? Never go to that room at the back. Right? Many things can happen, you know. I don't want to distract you. Yeah, I call it the chamber of sin. All deals take place there. I'm not denouncing all politicians. Okay, there are a lot of good politicians in the country. There are plenty of them, many of them. So he calls me to his chamber, calls me to his the back chamber, and he says, and there is a sorry, I'm not talking about any religion, but this is, I'm just narrating you a fact. There is the mullah standing there, and he says, this mullah's son is writing the exam, written the engineer medical entrance exam, but he's not getting through. He hasn't scored enough marks. If you replace his income certificate, he becomes a backward Muslim, and there is a quota for backward Muslims. He will walk straight into a medical school. Please do that. I said, sorry, can't do that. He said, only you and I will know. I said, that's precisely why I'm here, it will not happen. Then he says, you should do it. I said, that's criminal. Then he insists again, must be done. I said, Minister, you are a criminal, and I walk out. I knew exactly what was going to happen. Next day in the cabinet in Kerala, with a very honest Chief Minister presiding over, Mr. A.K. Antony. In fact, everybody calls him Saint Antony. Absolutely honest man. Look at what honest Chief Ministers do. Before the cabinet items come up, the minister brings up my subject that I should be transferred, and I'm transferred. And this honest Chief Minister permits that. Is he honest? Certainly not. You need not take money, but if you are siding with something which is absolutely dishonest and criminal, you are not honest. Yes or no? You are not. Remember this. Say, oh, no, I don't take money. That's not enough. But what are you doing about corruption around? Are you going around with them? I'm transferred to a dog house. I'm made the commissioner for land use commissioner with zero work. My office is the size of a toilet. No staff, nothing. I'm also the director of the remote sensing agency of Kerala. Again, very little work. This is exactly what IAS officers are scared of, isn't it? Transfers. So they will go and do everything for the politician. I go there, I'm there for 4.5 years. Mind you, I could have talked to any chief minister, any politician. I could have got the best job in the state because I was very popular. Everybody knows me. I didn't talk to anybody. I will not. I will not ask for a job. I was there for 4.5 years in this jobless office. You know what happens? I was on the front page of newspapers every day. How? Environmental protection became my issue, which nobody wanted. I appropriated that subject. Rainwater harvesting, I appropriated that subject. I mobilized the entire state of Kerala, and the legislation to make rainwater, roof water harvesting was based on my campaign. How's that? Jobless job. The point is, don't be scared of transfers. Stand up for principles. You understand? As an IAS officer, what can they do? I had to change my office, but very often they don't even change your building because you are on the secretariat, they just change your board. From being secretary, scientific affairs, finance secretary, to animal husbandry, looking after chicken. Fine, yeah. So what? You will learn about chicken. Yes. As long as you don't become chicken-hearted, it's fine. Yes or no? Some didn't understand. What is chicken-hearted? Okay, it's fine.
Sir, some more questions.
Yeah, I think there was a question here. Yeah.
Hello sir, good afternoon first of all.
What's your name?
My name is Gaurav Jadhav.
Gaurav. Could you speak louder, please?
I am from BMS first year, and I am going to ask you a question, and I think it is silly, but it is better than regret.
Everything in my life what I have done is silly.
Yes.
So you can't be sillier than that.
Yes. Sir, the question is, first of all, the system is in current scenario from student perspective. The system doesn't work until it gets social media attention. There are many cases which are like bribery and all, which get exposed because of social media. And former case has came that deputy was caught red-handed and he was used to post and giving lectures to IAS about IAS childrens about road safety and all, and he was caught with 500 crores of corruption charges, income tax. And recent issue of environmental, as you have expertise in that, Hyderabad has ordered for clearing 500 acres there, and the national vegetation is being disrupted. So what are your views on the current Indian scenarios?
Yeah, good question. You are very well read. Excellent. Give him a hand. See, number one, my view on social media. I think social media is complete bullshit. 99% of stuff on your social media is fake. That's all. And that's it. Somebody from the social media is here. Is it Facebook? What is it? I think that was a Facebook guy doing it to me. Say, ladies and gentlemen, I know what I'm going to tell you is not going to make sense, and none of you are going to listen to me. All that most of you guys do is watch all that rubbish on social media. And you think that's the truth. You don't read newspapers anymore. You don't listen to the news anymore. Again, most of the news which comes on television channel is also fake. Because they're all sold off to various causes. I don't want to mention who. But most of the stuff which comes on social media is fake. And Facebook, which used to do a truth check earlier under the new dispensation on pressure from Elon Musk and Trump, they say, sorry, you don't even need to do the check. Most of the stuff is fake. Why do you spend your time on this? I don't believe in the social media. I'm there only because I'm expected to as a politician. I don't like it. But if you have a good message, put it there. But don't waste your time watching, what is that guy who's got 70 million followers? No. This is some American guy, muscle guy, what's his name? 70 million followers. Please remember, but I forget. He's got 70 million followers. He talks about muscles, how to build muscles. What's his name, yeah? Sorry, I'm not well, that's why. Yeah. This is what humanity today is watching. This is what a 3-year-old kid is made to watch by the parents. Because the mother wants to get rid of the child, she has her own mobile stuff to do. You hand over the phone. Please, if you watch all this stuff, your brain stops growing. You are still at a stage when your brain is developing. You are. Unless you use your brain, it doesn't work anymore, yes or no? You make a beautiful knife, you keep it in the almirah, what happens? It gets rusty. Simple. You don't use your brain, it doesn't work. Please stop watching social media. How does it help you? At the end of the day, you spend 5 hours on that stupid stuff, what you get is search. Nothing. Don't blame anybody else. Oh, if I'm not on the social media, if I don't have X number of followers, bullshit. I post something on Facebook, I don't have millions of followers, maybe 1.5 lakh or something. I post things, I never look at what the reaction is. No. I'm on X because I'm supposed to be, I'm forced to be. I never look at the response. I don't care. Anybody wants me? Everybody knows my phone number? Call me. If there is an idea. Why? Why you want to waste your time? Read technical stuff. When I told you earlier, your domain knowledge goes 10%. Please, domain knowledge is important. Let me tell you that. And today with AI coming in, 90% of whatever was relevant earlier is gone. Yes or no? Every domain, from health sector to aerospace, to take any domain, your AI is going to capture most of that stuff. Coding is become irrelevant. Domain knowledge is very important. I'm not underestimating. But I'm telling you that 90% of your success depends on your attitude. How you're going to use that domain knowledge depends on your attitude. So I'm not undermining domain knowledge at all, okay? Remember this when I tell you this. Keep up with technology. You can keep up with technology. So much is available on your social media, especially Google, if you're looking for the right stuff. All my parliamentary speeches, you watch them, okay? I used to make the most fiery speeches in parliament. Most of my data used to come from Google. But never trust one site. Cross-check with 5 sites. Whether the data which is given there you're looking for is the right one. Cross-check with why one. Look at my parliament speeches. I speak on the economy. I make long speeches. I used to. I come out and rattle out at least 25 numbers. And you notice me? I have no prompters. I have no notepads. I have nothing. Shashi Tharoor still uses a notepad. Mahua still reads out. I don't. What do? I do my own research. I have all my numbers in my head. And my speeches are completely assembled. Completely. But there is a logic to what I'm saying. I know exactly where what is going to come. No. So what I'm saying is hard work. Your media, your net is got so much of information. You're looking for the right thing, you will find it. You look for the social media, you will find absolute bullshit. You want to be the muscle man on your social media? Go ahead. Yeah. You might get 70 million followers, you might make money from YouTube, you say, what do you want? Well, go ahead. That is your objective. You want to contribute to society. You want to be good in something. In your domain or something else. Go. So much is on the net itself. I'm saying net is bad. No, net is good. It's got incredible. Everything that is ever been published is there. That is why your chat GPT is able to answer every question because it's all taken from stuff. Do you think it uses intelligence? No. It's all from your published stuff that they are able to pick up, isn't it? Yes. Not one word more. Because it's already there. But are we looking for it? Very simple. That's it. And again, so I have this huge suspicion about social media. Don't waste your time. And again, as I said in the beginning, please do not post your pictures on social media for endorsement. That's demeaning, I'm telling you again and again. Don't look for endorsement. You will always find if you are getting 250 likes, there will always be somebody else who gets 500 likes. Yes or no? And you will feel depressed. I know so many young people committing suicide because they're not getting responses. Don't do it. You are not in the marketplace. Okay? Understand me or not? Yes. Yeah. Okay, take selfies. See for yourself. All right. Yeah. Look good, man. Don't be like me. Don't be stupid like me buying 1 shoes in 13 years. Yeah, that's terrible for the consumer market, isn't it? I'm a horrible consumer because I don't buy anything. Don't be like that. Look after yourself. Take care of yourself. But if you think your jacket is going to attract...
So there's a second question of his.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question for sir? Yeah, you can get
Yeah. What is the question on environment?
It was about in Hyderabad 500 acres of land was disrupted by orders of CM. The national vegetation was being removed there.
Oh yeah, got it, yeah. Yeah, see, we have destroyed the planet Earth. We have. Fantastic question. We have destroyed planet Earth by our own actions. And now with Trump coming, Paris Accord is no more. Global warming is at its highest. In fact, last year, the global temperature was highest in 124 years. Nobody is doing anything. Paris Accord is gone. Human species is going to be extinct pretty soon. I don't know in how many years. And I think that's very good for the planet. The faster the human species becomes extinct from the planet, it is best for the planet. Do you agree with me? Yes. Some people will say, you don't love humanity, you are saying the human species must go. We are the most wicked species on the planet, yes or no? Human being is the only being who kills for fun. Do animals kill for fun? Do they put out gas out there to destroy the planet? We are the only ones who do it, man. Who does? Who goes invading another country? Because you have a massive ego. Who does it? And who goes to another island and says, this is mine? I want it. We are greedy, we are evil, yes or no? This is just one example you are saying. Thousands of acres of land which is vegetation is being burned. Not only in India, in Argentina, in Brazil. You know, lakhs of acres have been just cut, virgin forests, cut away. Who is doing it? We are greedy. We are lousy. That's why I love animals. My wife loves animals. A happy dog, a happy monkey never bites. Do they? A happy man kills. Because for him it's fun. Isn't it? I think answers your question. I can go on and on because there's a chapter on environment in my book. Okay. How two guys, one Payeng in Assam, entire island was destroyed. A normal, ordinary worker, he goes and plants that entire island in Assam. Mr. Nair from Kerala goes to Kutch in Gujarat and he makes huge areas, into forests. I've quoted just 2 cases. I can quote millions of cases. One chap called Shri in Kerala has supplied over 1 million mud pots, simple things, free to people to keep it on your window. Pour little water, let the birds come and drink. Does it cost you anything? Nothing. Prime Minister spoke about him in his Mann Ki Baat. I've mentioned him. Can we do it? A police constable in Kerala, Anish Shiva, it's in my book. She gets a call saying 3 kids are abandoned on the streets of Kerala. She goes and picks them up. She finds they are from Jharkhand. Both the parents are in jail and the kids are 6 years, 3 years and 3 months. She brings them to the police station. She's looking for a home where she can put up these children, and then these 2 kids are hungry, they start screaming. She buys food for the 6-year-old and the 3-year-old. But what does she do with the 3-month-old kid? She's a lactating mother. You know what she does? She goes to a corner and buttons, she feeds that kid. In a country which is obsessed with caste and creed and xenophobia, here is a lady, a simple police constable, breastfeeding a kid. She's my hero. There are people like that. But there are a lot of evil people. The richer you are, the more pollutant you are. Yes or no? You will keep the biggest car and you think it's your liberty to run over people sleeping on the footpath. You think it's your liberty, your freedom to do it. So is education the answer? Sometimes. Is money the answer? Are the poor people polluting more? No, it's the richer who are polluting more. Isn't it? How many of us want to walk? I take long walks. Very often, from my office, when I was minister to the parliament, I never took a car. I walked. Not far away. Why can't I walk? Simple. 2.5 feet. Why not? So these are questions which we need to ask. I think all of us can contribute a little bit. Little bit. Everybody's just planting trees a solution. Very good thing. Plant trees. But what are we trying to do? You are polluting today and then you're planting a tree over there. Why do you need to pollute to begin with? Plastics. Can't you carry a cloth bag to your provision shop so that you don't have to have 10 plastic bags, be brought back home, which will never ever get dissolved? Yes or no? My car always has cloth bags which I take to shops. Yeah. Why can't we do it? We need every citizen to contribute. It's just not politicians alone. It's easy to blame politicians. Yeah, we are bad enough. I agree. But can't we do this small little things? Yes or no? We can. At the end of the day, we waste so much of food. Can't we keep one chapati at our doorstep so that, that hungry dog there can eat? Can't we? Do we teach our children, hey, beche, put this chapati, this little bit of rice out there. Can you just keep it at the gate? Can't we? Can't we put a little this mud pot and put some water there so the birds don't die? Can't we do it? Do we teach these things to our children in our homes? Not at all. And then we blame only politicians. So my point is, we politicians are bad. Okay. But there are some good politicians also. We can blame bureaucrats. But there are quite a few good bureaucrats. Why can't we citizens do our little bit? Yeah.
Next question. Yes, please.
Yeah. What's your name?
Aishwarya.
Yeah.
So you shared one story about debate competition where you were not worried about others' opinions and action. They asked you to stop. Even they thrown shoes at you. But if usually when such situation takes place, we start having a self-doubt. How to overcome this type of self-doubt, regaining your confidence, because competing with others is quite easy, but when it comes to competing with yourself is very difficult.
Yeah, very good question, Ashwaya. Thank you. See, when I went to demolish one of the places in Vasantkunj, the local SHO, he had hand in glove with the builder, massive shopping complex. Can you imagine? I'm Commissioner TDA. I'm a senior IAS officer. The SHO threw the gun on me. The SI, local sub-inspector, threw the gun on me. He said, you can't demolish. I said, it's none of your business. Your job is only to protect me. The job of the police is only to protect, yes or no? He's not the one to decide whether it's legal or illegal. Very often they decide. They take money and decide. Sorry. I said, your job is to protect me. He threw the gun on me. I called, of course, the DCP immediately. He came to the place. He arrested the sub-inspector and then took him to the police station, and he was suspended. Later I learned he was promoted as an ACP later, much later. They all get away. They all know how to do it. The point is, what you're saying is true. It's difficult. You overcome yourself bit by bit every day through practice. It doesn't come to you overnight. You don't wake up one morning and say, oh, I'm the master of myself. No, it takes little effort every day. When you feel lazy in the morning, I want to sleep another 5 minutes, and you know you are running behind schedule, throw your blanket away. Get up. That one step is made you mentally stronger. Yes or no? Yeah. No, I don't like this person. I don't want to talk to that person for some reason. Make that little step and just smile. Yes or no? So it takes a great amount of effort. I was not created in one day. I was created over a long period of time. So it takes time. Don't be afraid, really, to miss things. It happens all the time. It happened to me a million times. So when I say failure is not, when I'm talking about after I got into the IAS, before that I failed a million times. I told you, 250 shoes thrown at me. I had very few friends when I went to college. Eventually I became very popular. Nobody wanted to talk to me because I didn't speak English. I wasn't the most handsome guy in the class. Eventually everybody became my friends. You understand? So you build that confidence bit by bit. And don't be scared if you slip at all. I slipped a million times. Get me? But you reach a stage when you know you don't have to slip if you plan properly. That's what I said. I don't honor failure or but you reach a stage where you know, yes, you are so confident. You get me? Yeah.
Any questions more? Yes.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Grishma Nakhate. Sir, at times we face resistance in our life. We tend to procrastinate a lot. So, what advice would you give someone who is struggling to take actions to achieve their goals?
Yeah, please. You use the word, what advice? Madam, I don't advise. I don't advise my wife or my kids even. Let's go to hell. I have a conversation with them. See, my point is, after each of my chapters, which is just 4 pages, I could have written another 50 pages of advice. What should you do based? It's not one line. You know what I did? I want you to read my story and come to your own conclusion. Think over it. That's why I'm advising you, read only these 4 pages a chapter a week, think over it, mull over it, internalize, and then you come to your own conclusions. You come to 100 conclusions based on each story. Maybe write it down. You understand? And then you become that. So I don't advise. To me, it's demeaning to be advising somebody else because you are as good or more intelligent than I am. And to think that I have all the wisdom in the world, it's not proper. But just remember this, you live as a human being only once. I don't believe in rebirth. That one birth, make your mark. At the end of the day, feel, wow, my day was beautiful. I made X number of people happy. I enriched my life this much more. I become this much more competent technically in your job or even as a human being. Don't become machines. You'll all become corporate guys who will be terribly busy, but remember at the end of the day, that is just one part of your life. There's the other part where you need to make yourself happier, not only just doing that technical stuff, but the rest of the world also happier, isn't it? So how do I do that every day? You live only once, live beautifully. Yes or no? That's the message. Live beautifully. What is beautiful, I can't explain to you. Two things I can say, be happy, make others happy. How do you do that? You've got to have your own mechanisms. You understand me? Yeah, there please. Yeah, you can just speak. You don't need the mic. I'll explain to them what your question is.
So, sir, my name is Siddesh Kulkarni. I am studying BMS degree. So, my question is something different, sir. So, we all know that there are various war fronts open in the world. Israel-Palestine is under the war. Russia-Ukraine is under the war. So, sir, I just want to ask you, how can the peace be restored according to you in this case? Because millions of people are dying there.
Yeah, very good question. Give me a hand. He said, there is war happening all across the world. How do we stop? There are plenty of crazy men out there. Plenty of crazy people out there who are warmongers. I don't want to name them. There are mainly 3 people. I will not name them. Don't ask me to name them. You know who they are. They're crazy. They want to satisfy their big egos. Back to imperialism, isn't it? Yes or no? Conquer the world. Sorry, that's not how you make your nation great. You make your nation great by respecting boundaries, yes or no? After the Second World War, there were hardly any boundary disputes. Major. No. We had come to a settlement. We never thought we would be fighting over territories anymore. I mean, you keep, of course, India, China keep nibbling because China wants to keep on nibbling at our borders. Other than that, we had no major really wars on boundaries. Now we have 3 crazy men who think beyond imperialism. What can we do? We have to deal with them. Can India refuse to deal with them? No. We try to be the peacemakers. India has made it very clear, Prime Minister, the days of war are over. Yes or no? These should be the days of peace. We can only make an appeal. If they listen to us, good. If somebody doesn't listen to us, what can we do? See, that's why I said, you must read Harari. How many of you have read Harari? Homo sapiens, there are 3 books. You must read them. Harari is the biggest intellectual of the century. Hey guys, studying technology is fine, but please, there is a world out there which is more than technology, okay? If you haven't heard of Harari, okay? There's something missing, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Start with Homo sapiens, there are 3 books. Read. He says, man is the cruelest creature on the face of the earth. From the time we started cultivation, when we were nomadic people hunting, we helped each other. Isn't it? We all tried to protect each other. The moment we became an agricultural country, we discovered agriculture, we started storing things. When we started storing things, what happened? We became possessive. We wanted to possess. Yes or no? We became selfish. Because each one wanted to possess more. That's the whole problem with the human civilization. We destroy. We destroy the earth. Everything. Well, I think it's a question of your peace, how much really do you want? Are we not fighting minor battles within the country itself? Forget about politics. How many corporations in the country are exploiting consumers? Is it not a warfare on humanity? Is it not? You are not using guns. Maruti is using a Grand Vitara on me. Yes or no? It's a weapon to cheat me. Yes or no? I can name hundreds of corporations doing that. See, just not only politicians who are doing it, we also have other people doing it. I think days of violence must be over. Let me tell you, I don't hurt anybody. I don't. That's why I said I'm a very sentimental person. At the end of the day, if I feel I've not even smiled at somebody properly, I feel terrible. The other day somebody called me and they said, I'm terribly busy. Can you call me tomorrow? I felt my response to that person who's not a friend of mine or anything, an acquaintance in IIC. I called him back in 10 minutes. Mind you, do I owe it to that person? Yes or no? I called him in 10 minutes and I said, sorry, my dear friend, I don't think my response was great. You understand me? Yeah, tell me now. I don't owe it to that person to call him back, but I felt I was not so good to him. That's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, look back, are we bringing happiness? Just because I think I'm a big guy, some people think I'm a big guy, do I have the right to write roughshod over anybody else's dignity? No, I don't have, sorry. So I think it's a question of respect to each other. Nations, people, politicians, companies, even if you are a monopoly, do you respect your consumer? I think it's across the board. Once you have that thing, respect for each other, dignity, I think most of the problems are over. Yes, we need to end war. We have no right to kill each other. Animals don't kill for fun. They kill only when they are hungry, isn't it? They never kill for fun. Human beings are the only creatures who kill for fun. And that's not fun. And that's not funny. Good question. I'm glad you asked that question.
Hello, sir.
The another anecdote which you could give is about the IPL advertisement.
Yeah, you know this entire IPL thing, that is going to be minus case. I think Bhupesh will keep me talking the whole day. You know, I'm going to possibly file a case in the Supreme Court against this Gutka thing, entire Gutka thing. You know, look at all our stars. Every star is there, especially if you're watching IPL, promoting Gutka. And at the end of that, they'll say Elachi. Is it not cheating? Not only cheating, it's criminal. You know this guy from Noida, 33-year-old, whom my wife is treating, whom we are treating, he is dying because of Gutka. Who is there? Shah Rukh Khan? Akshay Kumar? Everybody. Let me tell you a Madrasi joke. It's funny. So this is when I was minister. Don't laugh at me. Eh? When I was minister, I was on the 7th floor of a 5-star hotel. I was coming down. So some ladies and men come and join me on the left. We are waiting. I look at them casually. Then we get into the left. I look at them casually. I go down the ground floor. And then I go to a restaurant, and then they go to another restaurant. 5 minutes later, a lady comes to me and says, "Sir, I don't think you recognize me." I said, "Sorry, I didn't look at you properly. I'm Hema Malini." Can it happen to anybody other than a Madrasi? That somebody doesn't recognize Hema Malini? I almost collapsed. Okay. That's me. I'm pretty ignorant. I said I'm pretty stupid. I told you right to begin with. So as a minister, to compensate, I gave her about 250 crores to Mathura constituency. I made up for that, and we became friends. Okay, so what I'm telling you is, I can be such an idiot as well. Yes, so we have problems. You need to take it up, especially young people. Why should I at 71 take something to the Supreme Court? Why can't you from this institute, all of you together, file a PIL in the Supreme Court and say this is cheating? And who are these people? There are multi-billionaires. When I went to a dinner in a doctor's house, he told me the next house which looked like a palace belongs to one of the Gurkha chiefs. I don't want to name the person. Yeah, literary festival, since I am a writer, are sponsored, even the Jaipur one is sponsored, where I was speaking, is sponsored by a Gurkha company. They are very generous. They kill you and they give you money. They kill generations of people, millions of people. Why haven't you filed a PAL? You are watching IPL. You didn't see this ad. Why did you do anything? You don't care? You don't care people are dying? Sorry, I'm not trying to scare you.
You know what if the doctor informed them that the Gurkha king is donating so much of money for the health care? His question was only one thing. He's killing so many people by making them consume the Gurkha, and on the other side, he's doing charity.
Yeah, look at this. So the doctor's response was, he's donating so much money to charity. That's very funny. You kill millions of people, and who is dying? It's not the rich people. It's a poorest of the poor guy who is eating the Gurkha stuff, and then you are in the newspaper saying, I've donated X amount of money to charity. This is cheating. You are bluffing. Yes or no? Come on, catch some man. Catch. At 71, don't expect me to be dragging things to the Supreme Court every day. You are young. As a young guy, I've taken so many cases to the Supreme Court. You guys don't know. I have no time to tell you. I used to be in the Supreme Court when I was Commissioner DDA. After all these demolitions, I had 10 PILs pending in the Supreme Court, arguing myself. You think I had nothing to do? I was sitting at 3 in the morning and writing out these writ petitions all myself. So become conscientious citizens. It's just not your life, your whole country is your life, yes or no? Be responsible. Yeah, it makes sense. Don't say it's none of my business. He might shoot me. So what? Yeah. I'll buy the coffin for you. Don't worry. Yeah. Who the hell is going to shoot? You think anybody was going to shoot me? You think anybody would dare to shoot me? No way. I'll put the bullet. Before he shoots me, I'll bullet. I said, before you draw your gun, I will shoot you. In fact, I was advised wherever I go, to any public function, to a restaurant, take the last seat where you can see everybody coming in, so that you know if anybody is coming with armed, you have the time to draw your gun before that. Even today, when I go to a restaurant, I only sit in the corner. It is still in my mind. Whenever I see a big building, my idea, even today, after 35 years, where do I put the bulldozer? Yeah. So, you get obsessions, isn't it? Why are we scared, man? Come on.
There is a lesson to be learned that always take the back seat so that you can see what is going on in the front. Any more questions? Any more questions?
And you see soldiers. Remember soldiers, we have millions of soldiers. You think I'm the only one who does it one moment? You think there are millions of soldiers who go to the front never knowing where they will come back, yes or no? India has millions of soldiers. They are fighting for the country. Are they scared of their lives? No. Anything can happen anytime. Why are we scared here? See, let me tell you, if you say you are going to be smarter than them, nobody will touch you. Yeah, there.
Hello sir, my name is Chirag sir. So my question is, how to find the greatest purpose in our life?
How to find?
Greatest purpose in our life.
Greatest purpose. Well, you can be anything and find purpose. In fact, I've written about 30 other people, ordinary people who found purpose in life. Take for example, the case of a person whom I've quoted. I was the chairman of the Kottayam Medical College Committee because I was the collector. Oh, this person who is a peon in the operation theatre for 45 years, Pew Thomas from Kottayam. You know how many people he been feeding for past 45 years every day? Breakfast, lunch and dinner? 7,500 people he feeds every day. Breakfast, lunch and dinner, and he also has a home where he accommodates about 100 people who are completely disabled. And he is only a peon in the Kottayam Medical College. Has he found purpose in life? Yes. He's one of the biggest heroes for me and for the whole country. Yes or no? And you're only a peon. You don't have to become a district collector, managing director of a company, chairman of a company. You don't have to be a Punewala. You don't have to be an Ambani. You can find still much bigger purpose in life. Yes or no? I was with Mukesh Ambani on Time Magazine's cover. Two of us from India. Who is less tense? Is it Mukesh Ambani or is it I? Who is happier? You tell me. I'm nothing.
He's in front of you.
I'm here. I gave away. Who is happier? He is 1,000,000 times more tense because he's got to manage so many things. He's got to grow. His share has to grow. His shareholders are expecting to grow. X% isn't yes or no? Make X profit. Yes or no? I have no tension, man. Absolutely. Except my wife taking away my shoes. Who cares? Yeah. Yeah. What happens? Therefore, finding purpose, my dear sir, right here where you are, start today. You will find much bigger purpose. You don't have to go anywhere else. Right now, today, start with putting a smile on one person's face. Don't start with 7,500 like Thomas did. Start with one person. I'm sure you will find in this crowd somebody who is distressed today. You can have one look at their face and you will know that person is not happy. Yes or no? Take him out for a coffee. You got it? That will be such a fantastic guy. To me, you will be a hero. Because you know there is that one person who is distressed whom I can make happy today. Yes or no? So to me, heroes are not the biggest guys, the Elon Musk of the world. No. To me, heroes are people who care about somebody else. Yeah, if you can create jobs and wealth, great, fantastic. If you can't do that, put that smile, man. Doesn't cost you anything to take, as I said, to take somebody out on a coffee. You know when somebody is not happy, yes or no? Your friend is not the brightest. Or not even your friend, somebody in your classroom who doesn't talk to you ever. You go to that person and say, hey, can we have a coffee together? That person would be eternally grateful, would be your best friend ever. Isn't it yes or no? So it doesn't take you an effort. Yeah. So try these things.
Sir, he has one question.
Yeah.
Hello sir, my name is Saurabh. So my question is regarding, as you mentioned one story regarding your shoe pair. So it's related to consumerism. So what will be your message to our generation related to consumerism?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a wrong person to advise you on consumerism because I'm the worst consumer in the world. I buy nothing. You would be surprised. I haven't had a coffee in one of those, what is called coffee day? What do you call them? I don't even know the name. In 45 years, I haven't had a coffee at any of these places. The other day I was at an airport, I was terribly hungry, I'm a diabetic. I went to one of those coffee shops and she said 330 rupees. I almost fell dead there. I said, I don't mind, I might collapse. I had to buy the coffee. I never ever had a coffee at all these. That money, one coffee can teach a child for a month, yes or no? Yes, I've never been to a 5-star hotel ever in my entire IAS career, except for the marriage of some of my IAS batchmates and my friends. Never ever been. Not because I can't afford. I was fairly well off. To me, that one meal can teach 10 children, yes or no? Tell me at the end of the day, does your belly feel much happier if you had food in a 5-star hotel or in a dhaba? Does it make a difference? Nothing. Whom are they trying to show off to you? Come on. What do you want to show off to you? Who cares? Yes or no? You want to beat your neighbor by a bigger car, your next neighbor will buy a bigger car than yours next day. Whom are you beating? Then you will feel terrible. Oh my God, I bought a better car. Now that guy, you will use choices, abuses. He bought a bigger car that night. How does it matter? Yes or no? Nothing matters. Therefore, I think we just need to reconcile ourselves. I think consumerism is good, but then a lot of that money which is spent on wasted consumerism can go to doing a lot of good for humanity, isn't it? I could afford 10 jackets, I could afford 100 shoes. Okay, I could, there was a time, I could. I wouldn't. To me, but don't be like me, okay? Go buy things. Otherwise Indian consumer industry would be broke. So many of these things I tell you, don't be like me. Like at the end of my footnote, I've said I created 2 lakh seats in Kerala engineering medical colleges. My advice to officers is please don't be like me, you will get sacked. Okay, so some of the things which I do. So I think we just need to promote industry. We need to sell things, buy things. I think it's very important. But I think as far as consumers are concerned, be careful. Take for example, you created one of the biggest industries, Zomato. Now listen to this. Zomato is one of the biggest enemies of the country. I tell you why. Earlier you would walk to a restaurant, at least drive to a restaurant. Today Zomato delivers to you at home. Number one, you know which is the biggest danger? You are sitting in front of that television and then you are eating unlimited food, which is not required. Number one. Yes or no? Snack. Unless you're sitting, you wouldn't be doing that snacking unless somebody was delivering at home. Isn't it? Yes or no? It's not a phone call away. So you're eating food which is unnecessary. You're eating food which is unhealthy. Most of the tasty food has a lot of oil. Yes or no? Yeah, that's the role of oil. Make it tasty. Your butter chicken. Your, which is that dal which you have? Dal makhani. Oh wow. Yeah. For a Punjabi, dal makhani is heaven, isn't it? Yeah. Your all these sweets which you eat from your Haldirams, which has become what? How many? 20 billion $20 billion? Because we eat rubbish. Absolute nonsense. Therefore, you see this Zomato, and how much is Zomato actually paying to the gig workers? Every guy, because he has to deliver in 15-20 minutes, he's jumping traffic. Yes or no? They are breaking law. Who is encouraging? Zomato is encouraging millions of employees to jump traffic because he cannot otherwise deliver. Number two, he has to deliver faster because his money depends on how much he delivers. Number three, how much is he making finally at the end of the day? 50,000 bucks. So a company which we celebrate as an example, as a case study, is one of the worst things to have. Sorry, I differ. Consumerism. Is it good? Well, on the other side, it is given jobs to a few people. Even if it's 20,000 rupees in a country where people don't have jobs, look at the other side also. Because I'm capable of looking at both sides. I'm not a very biased person. I'm capable of. It's provided jobs to a few million people. They are at least earning something. Yes or no? But India, which is one of the most unhealthy countries in terms of diabetes and heart trouble, you're going to have much bigger trouble because of Zomato. And Europe, which are the other ones, Bhuvesh? Swiggy, yeah, the whole lot. Now somebody is delivering in 10 minutes. What's the name of that company? Blinkit. Yeah, it's there.
Sir, everybody knows the names.
Yeah, great things, but they are, look at the long-term impact of these things. And your clothes. You have Myntra and a whole lot of stuff. You don't require clothes. My wife does it. She's on the phone, what are you doing? I'm looking at a few things. And I know it because it's paid from my debit card. So I know exactly what she did. Okay? I don't ask her. I don't dare to. That's a different thing. I don't have the customer. Yeah. So I'm looking at this thing. My whole house is, my wife is a fantastic consumer. Okay? So she makes up for that. And wardrobe after wardrobe after wardrobe. I said, do you ever wear them? Well, I'll give away, she says. Yeah. Point is, well, so consumerism is good, so some tailors, some companies, they make money out of my wife. She's also very generous. She gives away. Lots of her stuff she gives away. Anybody whom she likes, she just gives away. And so, good for that charity as well. But is it necessary? Yeah. Now you know why I grow leaner, and I was 70 kilos, which should have been my weight. I come down to 63 now. One of these days I'll just vanish. You know, because my debit card exactly, you know what is happening there.
Okay, any other questions?
Sir, you can tell us when you want us to start. Okay, anytime. Yes, yeah.
We'll take the last two questions.
Yeah,
Then we are signing of the book.
Yeah. Just press it. Just press that. Okay, just speak. Yeah, I'll repeat it.
As you talk about the Supreme Court and you have filed many appeals, why our justice system is very slow? As you have seen many cases get fed away easily, as it involves many personalities who are renowned. So what do you think about it?
Yeah, his question is, why are so many cases pending in the courts? Why are our courts not so efficient? Unfortunately, judges come from the same community as we are, come with the same priorities, come from the value systems. Why was there tons of money recovered from a judge's house in Delhi? Why? Is it an isolated case? No, not at all. Why are we like this? Because we are like this. Okay, simple. Bureaucrats are corrupt. There are some good bureaucrats. Judges are corrupt. There are some very good judges. You come to a state like Kerala, you will not find even a sub-judge who is corrupt, a municipal who is corrupt. You go to neighboring Karnataka, you will not find one judge who is honest. What do you do? Because we are like that. We need to transform. There is one speech of mine on the YouTube, just Parliament speech. It's called KJ. Just look up KJ Alphons, Rajya Sabha, judges' salaries. You will see I've given 14 suggestions on how to make the judiciary better. I don't want to go to each of these because it's going to take a long time. Read those. I was given 20 minutes notice for that speech, and I made 14 suggestions. You know, I always told the Minister for Parliamentary Affairs, who assigns time for speaking in the Parliament, I said, anytime when there is nobody to speak, tell me. I'm a loud man. So, yeah, of course, one has to be well-read enough to be able to do that. So read those 14 suggestions. I think we just need to have the judiciary back again with the reputation of being honest, yes or no? And also speed. Why can't it happen in Bihar? You would be surprised. A case of, murder of a child, sexual molestation. The entire trial was over and the person was convicted on the third day in Bihar. And you know what the Supreme Court judge asked? What was the hurry? I was shocked. Here was a judge trying to do something. Instead of promoting him and making him a High Court judge, Supreme Court was asking what was the hurry. I think our judges need to work harder. Actually, they all work very hard. You see, behind the scene, see the judgments which they write, some of them are 1,000 pages. You know how much time it takes to study all these precedent cases, put all the arguments down, write that one judgment? It takes. Most of the judges don't sleep, so, you know, when allegations are made that judges have summer vacation, winter vacation, puja holidays, they're going on a holiday, we don't realize how hard most of the work. Most of the work is extremely hard. But we need to have a system where things happen immediately. Why are politicians' cases taken up the very next day by the Supreme Court? You know that, no? Yes, if a politician is in trouble, he files a petition, very next day it's taken up at night also. Isn't it? There are cases. What happens to ordinary human beings? Why are we like this? Who can hire a senior lawyer in the Supreme Court? Mr. Harish Salve charges 1 crore per case. Mr. Kapil Sibal will charge at least 50 lakhs. Mr. Abhishek Manu Singhi will charge 50 lakhs. Who can afford except these good car kings? Who else can afford? So where is justice? If it is not argued, will there be justice? No. So we have serious problems. Is the United States any better? No. Most of the judges are all hugely political. Yesterday there was an election in one of the states and apparently they spent something like $50 million on the election of that judge. And Trump nominee lost. Yeah. In the US it's all political. So is anybody better? Can we have selection of judges? Now the selection of judges is done by the judges themselves, the collegium. So they select their nephews and sons and nieces, and most of the judges are relatives. Yes or no? Is it good? On the other side, suppose we leave it to the politicians to select. Will they be fair? No. So we need to have solutions. Yeah, so things are not so simple, but in my life everything is so simple. I just do things. I just do things. In my last job as land revenue commissioner, the day I left, I was supervising the collectors. That was my last job. I quit when I was 52, about to become chief secretary. And I was supervising collectors, hearing appeals from the collectors. When I left on the last day, I sat till midnight. There was not one file pending in that office when I quit. Is it possible? Yeah. And mind you, those were judicial hearings, just like in the court. You hear both parties, the lawyers. You write the judgment. Not one file. Is it possible? Well, it's possible. So it depends what you want out of life here. You want to be just known as a judge, enjoy the police salute, the power, the money, or you really want to make a difference? You can. Can we have the last question? I think. Okay, last two then. Okay. Last question. Yeah. I think he asked first.
Hello sir, this is Kaustav Prashant from Retd. Sir, as we all know that it has become trend nowadays that many of our talented young guys, Indian young guys, they are moving towards abroad. So what do you comment on this? Because it's a huge loss for our country.
Yeah, very good question. Is it not a case of all our talent being wasted away because they are going abroad? My point is, you must go wherever your talent can be used best. Does India give you the opportunity? If it gives you the opportunity, be here. If somebody else gives you a bigger opportunity, go there, isn't it? After it's your life. Patriotism is fine, it's all good. But when you go abroad also, I think it's not a bad idea to have your country at the back of your mind. What has Satya Nadella done for India? What has your Sundar Pichai done for India? What has what is the name of the World Bank chief? Baka? Baka, what has he done for India? So when you go abroad, I think it's always good to keep your country at the back of your mind, isn't it? Go if your talent can't flourish here, go abroad. My son became director of the very famous Harlem School of Arts. You know at what age? 23. Would he have become director of Harlem School of Arts at 23? At 27, he was New Yorker of the Year. He was the CNN Person of the Year. Would he have become here? So the point is, the guy who is the artist. Look him up, Alphons. Look him up. What does he do? Find out. He's also a businessman, he's also a philanthropist. He's on the list of 50 biggest philanthropists of the world. Okay. So the point is, go where your talent is. If he had become a director of any institute at 23, they would have said, he's become because he's KG Alphons' son. Yes or no? Yeah, so where your talent is. I see the whole globe as one. But I was chosen for the foreign service. I didn't take it. Because I said, I have things to do in India. So you have to make a choice. Isn't it? Yeah. So I made a choice to be here. Yeah. Because that's what I thought was my priority. You choose. And plus, if you can do something from there to make humanity better. See, I see the whole world as one village. I don't see these boundaries. I don't, frankly speaking. But if you can really do things in India, create jobs, please do that, okay? Please. Because India needs wealth creation, India needs job creation, needs desperately, okay? Alright. So I didn't tell you about my other son. He's a technology guy. He lives in London. He is a information technology senior advisor in UK. He just lost his job because UK is in a terrible shape. He can't find a job in the UK because there are no jobs. Yeah, after being there for 15 years with an MBA from one of the leading universities, So globe is in a bad shape. So you got to deal with that. Yeah. Europe is in a bad shape. US is going to be in a bad shape. You're going to have a recession coming, let me tell you, in less than 6 months. Because of the global tariff war. In any case, Germany, which is the powerhouse of Europe, is in a recession for two quarters. So learn also a little bit of economics, okay? Please read. Because this is part of your profession, not as something in general knowledge. Because your business depends on how the globe is doing. You understand me, no? Alright? So please read. All this is available on the net. Please take a little time. Global economic situation, read. At least one article a day, read. You will get to know much more. Why did I become a debater? You see, what was the great advantage of becoming a debater? I had to read about everything under the sun. Because most of my debates were Rastambo. So they will tell you the topic, go up on the stage and debate. What do? You don't have time to do. You had no Google those days, no net. You have to be well read. So there's no harm in being well read, yes or no? That's how you become a rounded humanity. So you also know the problems of the world. You will also might think about the solutions of the world, isn't it? Yeah. So go wherever. But if you can create jobs, wealth here, please do that. Yeah. It's okay, you can answer.
This is the last question.
Yeah. So my question is out of this curiosity. If you become Prime Minister of India, so what question you want implement
His question is, if I become Prime Minister of India, what changes will I become? You want me dead today? You are asking very difficult question which I cannot answer. So, okay, I'm not even an imaginative situation, but I want to answer that question for the simple reason that I belong to a political party. You understand my answer, no?
Thank you so much, sir.
But you see, look at this. Wherever I was, I've done a decent job. Simple. If I ever was, I'll do a decent job. To me, what's decent? It's something which is beyond what most people can imagine. Whenever I started on something, everybody said, this can't be done. Whenever in the whole community, everybody said, it can't be done, I always raise my hand. I will do it. It's as simple as that. Is it because I'm more intelligent? No. Just because I'm committed. I'm just committed to doing something. And to me, it's proving to myself. But I know that proving to myself is going to benefit millions of people. At the end of the day, that's why I want to prove to myself that it's going to benefit people. If I can bring happiness on the face of people, bring food on the table, bring education to children who can't afford, bring health care to people who just can't afford. To me, that's happiness. That adds meaning to life. So guys, thank you so much. Let me conclude with my...
Thank you so much, sir.
Let me thank them. So thank you so much, everybody here, senior management, they're all sitting. It's the first time I'm seeing all the senior people sitting at the back. Thank you so much. I think that's a great example. Give them a big applause. Yeah, I mean, this is a great example. Humility, yes or no? Yeah, I think that's fantastic. Thank you so much for inviting me here, giving me so much time. And let me tell you, I never seen such eager crowd, attentive crowd anywhere in the world as this was. I didn't see one person. I didn't see a single person who was distracted. And I hope it changes your life in some way when you go back from this room. I want you to go back with a big dream and say, it's not the Prime Minister, even though that's extremely important. It's not the Chief Minister, not the MP, not the MLA, not the Collector. Say, I will change. I will make the change myself. I will do it. If you go back with that, read my book. It will reiterate, because you need to be enforced with your supplements every day, isn't it? Yes or no? You need daily diet. Read it. And then say, this is what I'm going to be. Let me tell you, you have maybe 200 students here. You don't even need 200. If you have 20 people going out from here with that thought saying that I'm going to change the world, let me tell you, the world is going to change. Alright? So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the attention.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words, and thanks for your appreciation. Your appreciation means a lot for us. There are so many learnings, particularly to highlight few. When the sir has started the discussion, he has beautifully defined the one word called as a power. Hope you remember. Power means ability to buy the happiness on the face of the people. And even though, although it is very difficult to conclude the session or whatever the findings of this session, but I want to put it into some words, formal words. No matter what the difficulties you face in your life, what matters is you should have the right attitude, punctuality in your work, you should have the systematic work, and don't forget, you work yourself at the end. That is, you need to exercise as well. Okay, so thank you students for those insightful questions, and thank you sir for answering these questions with a lot of clarity. Moving ahead, on behalf of North School of Business and Technology, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt thanks to our chief guest, Shri KJ Alphons, for taking time out of his valuable schedule to be with us today. Sir, your journey from a small village to the corridors of the power and your commitment to the public service have deeply inspired all of us. Your thoughts and messages have not only enlightened our students, but also encouraged them to dream big, contribute meaningfully to the society. I would like to thank our respected director, Harshvardhan Jaju sir, all faculty members and organizing team for their continuous support and efforts in making this session a successful. Special thanks to our dear students for their enthusiastic participation during the interaction. Let us carry forward the wisdom and inspiration shared today into our lives and future endeavors. Before we close the session, a gentle reminder to all the students that the book, The Winning Formula 52 Ways to Change Your Life, is a motivational guide that offers practical strategies to lead successful and meaningful life through self-discipline, optimism, and purpose. We are pleased to inform you that the book is available for purchase at the bookstall outside the auditorium. Additionally, all copies will be personally signed by Shri KJ Alphons sir after the evening session. With this, we come to the end of the first session of our annual gathering. I once again thank you, sir, for gracing the occasion. Thank you everyone for your participation. Thank you. Yes.
Bye guys.